when it was timed correctly, airspeed versus crosswind there. Rick Holman is only 2 points behind his son, DJ. So we have an 88 to 94 point spread.
Okay, yeah.
From lowest to highest. Ostensibly, what that means is it's literally anyone's national championship between the three of them. That was poetry. That was really good.
Poetry in motion.
Excellent work there by DJ. So this is maybe another thing people don't really know about National STOL because you're used to watching like one weekend at a time, right? But the way the points work within each class is if you place 10th overall, you get 1 season point. If you place first on the complete other end of the spectrum, you get 25 points. Second place gets 18. There's a 7-point spread between first and second place. So when I say it's kind of anyone's match between Rick, DJ, and John in the touring class, they're so close that any one of them taking first, second, or third
could
makes
win.
Any of them could win. It's incredible. You could run a ton of simulations to see like where they'd have to each place and who would have to be where to unseat them or defend.
Yeah.
But like literally, the point is, the point of the points is that it's just real tight.
Yeah,
in the touring class right now.
Anyone could scratch 3 times and completely
just biff out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't wish that on anyone, but we've seen it happen.
We have seen that happen. So it is going to be a real fun one to watch, and they're going to all compete here in Lonestar STOL. That's going to shuffle the deck a little bit.
Yep.
And if you're John out in front by only a handful of points, and you've watched DJ and Rick just fly the pants off that mall. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like he's in a defensive position right now, I think, if I'm honest.
It is not his game to win if anything happens as far as scratching or.
So we saw a little bit of a burble that he flew through there.
Okay,
the wing wasn't flying like exactly, I think, the way he wanted to. Could be because the wind died out a little bit. We've had a little bit of a lull in the wind. And so you heard John apply power maybe 100 feet from the line and kind of keep it in to get the airplane re-stabilized. And then he touched down and got it stopped.
DJ now taking the long and low approach. The spacing is going to be done by our air bosses, but I mean he's the lone wolf now, still standing as far as being in the air and in this heat. So taking the long approach, he's got a lot more time to get stabilized and keep that sight picture how he likes it. Oh, looks like that is a scratch from DJ. But he's still going to stand on those brakes, and he's going to stop, get a number, because you can win an award even if you do scratch.
Right,
for
you got to be very consistent. So right now, John Douglas, after his third run, combined score of 500 feet. That's a big improvement from his first run at 1,222.
Yeah.
DJ Holman's best score, 306.
Okay.
So there's a shooting match happening there. Now, DJ's going to hand the keys over to his dad, and he's going to show us what's up. But in the meantime, it's time for the Bebs, the big experimental big boys.
Yes, sir.
So out front, we have the plane that that Cam and I have dubbed the Sonic Weapon.
Yeah.
It makes a certain noise when it flies past, and I'm fairly certain the Department of Defense wants to capture the frequency and the sound of it because I'm already getting goosebumps thinking about hearing it.
Same.
So that airplane flown by Luke Strandlin from Mora, Minnesota. It's a 2009 Murphy Super Rebel.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cam, who's back behind Luke there?
It should be Jared Garrettson. It could be Brendan Korn, but I believe it is Jared Garrettson. And the 2024 Backcountry Boss, the 4th-place Super Cub. That's arguably maybe a 4+ place. Like definitely has 4 seats, but could probably hold 2 more people laying down. Yeah, just an amazing aircraft. And then Rick and DJ are doing the old switcheroo on
Little
the taxi
swip swap.
Swip swap, yeah.
That relationship is really fun to see because they are competitive against each other, but you still have like the fatherly coaching.
Mm-hmm.
so when I think when I interviewed Rick at the last competition and DJ had pulled out in front of him at the podium presentation, I was like, "Oh, like you lost your son. How's that feel?" And I was expecting like maybe a PR friendly. I'm very proud of my son. I'm really excited to see him win. But he was just real honest. He's like, it sucks. It sucks to be beat by your kid. That is Brandon Korn at the line in the Super Cup Boss, and the meat sticks are being delivered as if we manifested every time. Wait, do I get to pick? I get first pick this time,
Go ahead.
Cam. So I'm gonna pick Bison. Oh, she's got even more. Do I just take it all 4 of them? No, that would be greedy. I'm just take one. I'm gonna take
that
the
was
Bison
what I was
meat
going to
stick.
take. You have
This
good
is
taste,
what
sir.
you can come on and wave. Do you want to wave to the folks at home here? There's Angela from Pinedale, Wyoming, from Rocky Mountain Stole delivering meat sticks to us. I was up there afterwards and went and saw some bison in Yellowstone with my kids.
Thank you.
So I will, in honor of that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So that's a nice little treat. So yeah, Brandon Korn actually in the Backcountry Boss there, getting ready to put on a show and practice. He had a little bit of a sporty takeoff here last year. Not in the Backcountry Boss, but in his other aircraft, the 205. He had an engine out on takeoff and did an expert landing.
Yeah, I mean, it was 100% textbook, like what they teach you when you get your PPL, your private pilot license. What to do within basically ground effect. I mean, like within 20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can be harrowing if you're not used to it or if you don't practice it, because you don't expect it. You expect to give it, full throttle, and if anything happens, it happens while you're in the pattern. But it can happen on takeoff.
You got to push that nose down right away, even though you're pretty close to the ground, just to keep the wing flying. Luke Strandlin now at the line I pitched the idea of the name Sonic Weapon to him, and he did not. He was like, "Oh, we'll add it to the list." I was like, I thought for sure it'd be a slam dunk.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, something about it, and he is just screaming.
Oh man.
Up into pattern altitude there, which just screaming up into the sky there.
Like, I could feel the intensity of the sound travel along the table. Like it was going from one elbow to the other elbow.
Yeah, am I numb now? I feel like maybe I might be numb. Like my arms are numb.
Man.
It's probably fine. Here's
Rick
Holman. So technically competing in the touring class.
Ooh, whoa.
And settled but recovered. Nice one for Rick Holman.
Wow. Huh.
Brandon Korn now in the Boss.
Yeah, so Luke Strandlin, 123 feet on that takeoff, and then Rick Holman, 125 feet. So just a 2-foot difference between the their takeoffs for Luke Strandland and Rick Holman. Two different sized aircraft, really. Putting the pedal to the metal. And
that airplane, just so big.
Yeah. And performed so gracefully despite its size. 119 feet on that takeoff. So they are all within 6 feet of each other.
Woo-wee!
Yeah.
It's just practice.
It's just practice.
Couple of folks we should say hi to in the chat. Folks, if you want to join us in the chat, you can go to Facebook, YouTube, watch the stream while you're here in Sulphur Springs. Go to nationalstol.com. You can also hop into the Discord chat, learn about eStol and some other stuff we're doing.
Yeah.
So some folks to say hi. We got Stephen Bonin saying Canada invented the STOL aircraft. I would have to Google that.
Yes.
Sure, fine. Yeah, great. Want to say hi to Little Black Rain Cloud. Want to say hi to Shark Tales. Jay Garrettson is in the chat. That's going to be awesome for him to watch his son fly when he gets here.
Mm-hmm.
Who else we got in the chat? We got National eStol spreading the love. Barry Woods is here. Dwayne Cruz. Randy is here in the chat. Nick Scott. Cornwolf.
Cornwolf?
Cornwolf. I don't know. That's a name. Hey, Cornwolf, what's up? Thanks for joining us in the chat. So, gang's all here. The other thing you can do, folks, is you can go to nationalstol.com/vote. Nationalstol.com/vote all weekend. You can vote for your favorite pilot. So, here's Luke Strandland right now, really hanging it on the prop.
Oh, yeah. Nose high, modulating that throttle. Oh!
So, definitely dramatic and fun to watch, but too short for Luke Strandland on that one, but did engage the reverse pitch propeller, which is not a silver bullet. As you can see, you can still scratch or maybe have some high workload from it. Cam, I mean, have you've been part of this series for a long time. Like, what's your feeling on the beta thrust?
I think it is it's a double-edged sword for real, because if it doesn't engage, like, you can launch yourself a few extra feet that you did not want.
True.
So I mean, man, it's a great tool once you've mastered it. But man, it's not the silver bullet like you like to say.
Rick Holman.
Ooh,
good over the line.
Okay. Wow.
Really working that nose. You're kind of bopping down the runway.
Yeah, almost like a slow motion Navy carrier landing. Just he put it in there, and like the nose came down, everything came down all at the same time. It was great.
Very well done for him on that one. Big difference between the two planes we just saw. A 2,500-pound airplane against a 3,000-pound airplane.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about those weights, by the way, it's for the Av Geek nerds, it's gross weights. So that's the weight of the plane plus all the stuff in it. Fuel, people, cargo, whatever. Obviously, in STOL competitions, people try to keep it light.
Oh, yeah. Just enough gas and
Get
taking
to the
out
gym.
some of the seats. Yeah, get to the gym for sure.
Take your camping gear out before you compete. Brandon Korn on the left. He's doing a helicopter impression.
Yeah, man. Ooh, yeah, that's going to be great over the line.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
I mean, such a fun story for Brandon Korn, right? Like, 205, Cessna 205 last season, tri-gear, totally different kind of airplane. Give it a lot more horsepower up front. This thing's got 330 horsepower. It's huge. It's got the highest gross weight of all the planes here, but Luke Strandlin's plane is the heaviest of the three.
Yeah.
So Brandon in the back there on your right now in the crowd, that airplane can carry between the airplane and all the stuff 3,600 pounds. That's a that's a big amount of stuff.
That's a large amount of things. A hoarder's dream.
And tailwheel,
Yeah.
which was new to Brandon as well. And so we've seen him really. For folks who are maybe new to aviation, I think that's a big thing to talk about. Tailwheel, when the little wheel is in the back, right? You see the Luke's plane number 26 and Brandon's plane taxiing in front of the booth right now. The little wheel is in the back. That's called a tail wheel. You can guess why. It's where the wheel is at the tail.
Yep.
Those airplanes, a little bit harder to control. There's pros and cons to both arrangement, but a little bit harder to control because the center of the gravity, the tail kind of wants to swap around to the front. Imagine you're pushing a shopping cart backwards. I can't even finish talking the way that thing. It is just an absolute bear of a sound.
It sonically disrupts everything.
My brain doesn't work
It's
when he
insane.
takes off. So, anyway, long story short, tail was a little bit harder. Brandon Korn had to learn that this season, right? He had to get certified, get his tail wheel endorsement, and then just become more and more and more proficient with the tail wheel airplane. Rick Holman now.
Yeah, he's pulling at the most opportune time. I got to see if these takeoff numbers for Rick are better than DJ.
I mean, that is the ultimate father-son question, isn't it?
Yeah. So far, mixed bag. We've got Rick at 125 feet and 140 feet on that last one. And DJ, his shortest was 121, and his second shortest was 129. So, I mean, they're in the 120s, neck and neck with each other.
And I am very curious what this takeoff number from Brandon Korn comes in as, because that looked short.
I didn't even see it. I was looking at numbers, but 101 for Brennan Korn.
So that's going to be the shortest takeoff of the competition thus far.
And one of the largest airplanes that we've seen thus far.
One of the largest airplanes you're going to see today.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they really do just get smaller after this. Luke Strandlin on camera right now, coming around the bend on final. He's high.
He favors this approach. This is kind of his signature style. He comes in quite high, gets the nose high very soon. He's got a lot of power. He's projecting once he's done, in quotes, with the engine, he's going to have 600 horsepower, which is insane.
Yeah. True fire breather. Ooh. Wow.
Chills. I have chills. So, really interesting, right? If you think about what we just saw happen, came in a little short, little goose of power.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of power on tap in that engine, so he can give it a little bit of power to get over the line. Now he's got all that extra energy. He's got to dissipate it. Well, guess what? I've got reverse pitch propeller here, so I can just full throttle it backwards to dissipate that energy. I just added into the equation with the engine.
Yeah.
Rick Holman slipping it down.
Yeah, a little difference in approach. So instead of starting high and staying high, he's keeping it low and had a little more altitude than what he'd like, so he did a slip to lose that altitude. Oh, and he's going to scratch.
It's a lot too short for Rick Holman there. And Brandon Korn is somewhere off in the distance right now, but while he comes in, I want to talk about one of our sponsors. Our friends, we should just talk about it right away. Our friends at Legend Aircraft, they've been so great to us this weekend and all the previous weekends we've ever had. Lonestar STOL in their neck of the woods right here at their factory, just taking really good care of all of us. And so we've got a lot of airplanes you're going to see fly this weekend that are Legend aircraft. You can see the MOACs.
MOAC.
Yeah, you got to say it just like that. The mother of all Cubs. But you're going to see some other airplanes too. And so the Legend Cub, right, continues to be one of the most coveted American manufactured sport aircraft. We'll call them out when you see them today in practice. It's a modern Legend, and those who have flown one consider the Legend Cub to be one of the most gratifying recreational aircraft in the skies today. There's one kind of behind us here. It's a yellow.
The AL3. Oh, man.
We were just kind of pouring all over it before the broadcast. It is one clean thing, and it's basically like a modern J3 Cub, right?
Yeah.
It's absolutely stunning. So check it out if you're here in the crowd. Check them out at legend.aero. Here comes Brandon Korn now in the Backcountry Super Cub Boss. He's hanging it out, using all that power behind the power curve, dropping it in on those giant tires. That airplane is flaps for days.
Yeah, all day in the flaps and the weekends. Man.
Watching that thing come onto the scene, I remember being at the Oshkosh STOL demo, would have been last year.
Yeah, yep,
And it came around the bend, and Corey Robin was announcing that with me, and he said the thing, it looks like it's shoveling the air out of the way. Both sides. Ooh, pretty. And
Yeah,
all
yeah.
shiny there on the stream.
Yeah. But you're right. I mean, like, there's not an airplane that can break the sound barrier and also, like, just high alpha 30 mile per hour, like, just fly, essentially. Like, everything that's built, that's designed to go fast, even its slow regime is fast.
Right.
So, I mean, like, it's hard to find that magic number.
Whoa. And I wonder what it feels like to be Lexi on the line there. She's our chief line judge.
Yeah. I mean,
And I feel that in my bones.
she is all up in there, and the line judges themselves, like, they are just getting blasted right now.
Well, it's practice, so I can make this joke. Like Sonic Boom.
Yeah, Sonic Boom!
It's like Guile from Street Fighter, just pummeling them. Okay, here we go. Rick Holman in the ball.
Pulling quite a bit too early. The left main did not want to leave, but he got it off the ground.
Here comes Brandon Korn, getting ready to shovel some air. That was pretty textbook, if I'm honest. This class, in particular, in the last year and a half, has birthed so much innovation in STOL flying.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the Backcountry Super Cub Boss, think about what Luke's doing, and then you're going to see John McCardle on the scene. He's flying in right now in a Bearhawk, a huge Bearhawk 5. Like, all these airplanes are just getting real beefy, they're getting real big, and they're getting really, really slow and really capable. And what I like about these airplanes is that you could take them into the backcountry, right? You could, like, it's not just for competition. You could, like, load up the family.
Yeah.
1,000 pounds of cheese or whatever. you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like you can do whatever with it. It's just a crazy thing. Luke Strandland now. Again, that textbook, the Strandland Shuffle. We got to come up with a name for it.
Yeah. Starting out high. But you'll see very soon, he's just a master of that descent rate, getting it dialed in. And perfect for over the line, rarely scratches. Not as high as we're used to seeing him, but we'll see. He's going to give it a burst of power to get over the line, and
not enough.
I called it. I should have like knocked on wood or something before I said rarely scratches.
He's got to get him out of the way today in practice, right?
Yeah.
So let's look at the season standings for the Wilderness Class 2. So Jared Garrettson is currently leading the class, flying Brandon Korn's plane, I might add. Oh, little bit of gust there for Rick Holman.
Mm-hmm.
Quick to attention to get it back wings
yeah.
level there. That wing dropping out from him there. Too short.
Oh.
Scratch for Rick Holman. So Jared Garrettson in first in the Wilderness class as of Music City STOL with 116 season points. Brandon Korn on the screen right now, currently in second place with 94. That's a little bit of distance to cover, right?
Yeah.
If Jared Garrettson wins again, that gap between him and Brandon Korn for the season final is going to be even bigger. John McCardle currently in third with 51 points. Luke Strandland with 24 points, kind of at the back of the pack. That's mostly, I think, due to attendance.
Yeah.
Just didn't attend as many of the events this year as he was building the plane. So we've seen this plane fly before, but it's got a whole new firewall forward, and that's what he's working on. Okay, Brandon Korn now on the left.
Big and lumbering. Ooh, good over the line. That burst of power is perfect.
Windsock totally in his favor, right down the runway as well.
Yeah, he's gonna be really happy with that number. Yeah, 99 feet on the takeoff, 101 on the landing.
Woo!
Yeah.
That is awesome.
200 feet combined total for Brandon Korn. That is absolutely ridiculous, and so far our shortest combined total.
So now we've got a cool thing happening out in front of us. We're going to switch gears over to the rookie class. And the plane in front of you is not piloted by a rookie. That's Pat McIntyre from the adventure class. Used to be one of the sport class, I'd call sport class legend, right? But he was a rookie himself once.
Yeah.
And so he is going to just lead the rookie class around the pattern so they can just kind of see what it's supposed to look like, right? Like the pattern at National STOL is a little bit lower than you might be used to. 400 feet AGL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's probably a little bit tighter than you're normally used to, right? So air bosses down a little bit further to the left from the crowd's perspective here at Sulphur Springs, working to keep everyone separated and keep everyone safe. They're looking out for you, making sure you're making the right decisions there. You know, you don't want to get too slow. We don't want any S-turns in the air. We want good, safe decisions about spacing. All of those folks being monitored by them, but it still helps to have a seasoned pilot like Pat McIntyre give you a little bit of a tour.
That was interesting. He took no time. It was green flag. Lexi gave him a thumbs up, and then he was gone.
He's like, see you later, rookies. Catch me if you can.
So he's got got his cowling painted this go round.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. We're like, yeah, Pat McIntyre's fine. We're going to geek out here a little bit. Okay, here's the first of the rookies. This is Jay Urich flying a 175 Charlie model, popping those flaps, pulling back, not quite ready to fly, still on the ground. There he goes.
Alrighty.
Nice work. You might recognize that name maybe I asked him what he wanted me to introduce him as. He said, "Can you introduce me as the Texas famous Wolf Pilot?"
Okay.
There's Wolf Pilot on YouTube and other socials. So
Wolf Pilot.
So that's Jay Urish off the ground from McKinney, Texas. Next up, looks like Ryan Spencer in a 2007 Murphy Rebel. So Luke Stradlin flying the Super Rebel. This one's a little shorter, a little bit smaller. A little bit of looking for pennies there.
Yeah.
Keeping that tail nice and high. That was a nice takeoff. You could see the crosswind maybe needed a little more crosswind input.
Yep, just a little bit.
That left wing kind of came up when he started to climb out. And now this plane right here, famous, absolutely famous in the National STOL history.
Yeah, in STOL period.
That was very well done.
Wow, yes.
Strong left crosswind coming in right now.
Yeah.
So that was flown by Brennan Steck.
Yes.
So Brian Steck, the father of that young man. He's going to be flying too. They're from Mineola, Texas. So they're all coming around the pattern here. Jay Urish is base to final. Here comes Pat McIntyre. Maybe giving a little bit of narration to the guys too. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It was so close. Lexi's not even sure. And so he's going to give him one lap around the pattern.
No stopping.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's just being a tour guide today.
Yeah, that's true.
And Jay Urish, I think they're going to talk to him about that. He was quite wide. They already did, according to race control. He was quite wide. I think they would have rather he had extended. He kind of like slipped it back around left to get on center line. And good over the line. He's going to get it stopped. So all in all, not a bad first showing.
Yeah.
For the rookie Jay Urish there. Check him out at wolfpilot.tv, by the way. He's been a longtime fan and volunteer of National STOL, so it's just cool to see him flying with us. But yeah, I don't want to see that skid around, correct back at low altitude. We got to make sure that we keep that more stable. So that'll be a thing he's going to work on in the next run as a rookie. Now here comes Ryan Spencer.
You can see the similarities between it and the Super Rebel, the Rebel and the Super Rebel.
Scratch.
Ooh, called a scratch.
It's actually, I just really like the lines of that airplane.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put a car in the back the way you can with Luke's, but it's got good lines. It looks particularly good with the fat tires on it, actually. So,
yeah.
So Ryan Spencer, maybe one to watch. He's from Sanger, Texas. Brennan Steck in that 2020. We told you we'd let you know when the Legend aircraft were flying. Here's one, the MOAC. The mother of all Cubs. And it is a purpose-built STOL airplane. Look at the slats on the front of the wing.
Yeah. Kind of like high shoulders in front of the wing.
Yeah.
It looks like.
He's going to help him keep that slow speed. It looks like he's going to scratch. No, he held it up. Good over the line.
Okay.
Excellently done there. So, so this airplane, obviously, like a ton of horsepower per weight. It's got the slats. I like that, Cam, the high shoulders, the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Little football reference here in Texas. But those surfaces help the air. You can see them also on Pat McIntyre's Badlands Traveler. Yep. They help the wind coming over the airplane as it flies through the air. They help the wind stay attached to the surface of the wing. Kind of just like gates. You know, you get the nose a little bit higher, It helps the wind kind of stay attached there, gives you more lift at slow speeds. And so the MOAC has that right there. It's got those nice, I would call them, I think the technical term is springy bush gear, but very good, robust landing gear there, and then of course just a ton of horsepower on tap. And then the other thing about the MOAX is there's just a ton of like carbon fiber all around, where you wouldn't think necessarily. Like a lot of times you see that the fuselage of the tail, like the top end of the tail part of the fuselage, be like carbon fiber doors and things like that to help minimize weight where as and when you can. So check them out. You can see this airplane sitting here and the other MOAX. There's all sorts of them here. You can go kind of poke around at them in between seats. Here comes Jay Urich again. Cessna 175.
Deploying the flaps, pulling at the same time.
He's kind of taking advantage. He's a little Harrier jump jet action over there at the end.
Those ski ramp.
So that is 475 feet, almost to a T, where he's kind of been ski ramping off to that taxiway there. So I think the feedback for Jay, based on what we see, correct me if you have any other advice, would be like if he's popping those flaps down, that's when he should be pulling back on the yoke.
Yes. But I also think he's doing it a little too early. I think he needs a little bit more airspeed before he deploys the flaps.
That may be just a tad too early, but also just maybe a little too gentle for Ryan. I feel like that he could have goosed it a little bit more into the air.
Yeah. Was not very aggressive.
He's a rookie though, it's fine.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But if they if I'm gonna backseat coach.
This is a competition. Even though it's practice. We're only talking about practice.
I'm not gonna say anything about Brennan Steck because in terms of what he could do better. Because his dad is gonna tell him. Got one look at that.
Yeah.
Much more aggressive. I guess I will say, like a little early. It wasn't quite ready to fly, but
it got off there.
You can see it's just like watching Tanner McIntyre fly, like son of a legend type stuff going on.
Yeah.
So while we get ready to recover these airplanes, let's head over to our pit reporter, our sideline reporter, Wes Campbell.
What is up, STOL Nation? This is Wes Campbell live in the pits. We're going to be in here getting the nitty-gritty from the pilots and their aircraft. There's a lot of stuff going to be happening this weekend, and we're going to have a great time. Y'all stick around, and we're going to get a pilot over here and ask them a few questions and find out what kind of spooky drama is going on this weekend for the championship. Back to you, Ryan and Cam.
Spooky drama. I love it. It is Halloween weekend. That's true. Yeah. So Wes is joining us. We're really honored to have him in the pits interviewing the pilots in between the heats, and I can't wait to see what he drums up for us, what spooky drama he can drum up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be exciting and bone-chilling.
Okay. Here comes Jay Urich now. A lot of speed. Coming in kind of hot. Gave up about
He's gonna go around.
Yeah, excellent choice. I was kind of like adding up the distance and I was like, oh, there's that taxiway there.
Yeah.
You don't want to plop it in right on the ramp, right? So he did a good job of doing a go around there. That is exactly what you'd want to see from a new competitor, is making a smart choice versus a competitive choice. Ryan Spencer.
A little bit of a scratch there.
So he's one of your local boys from Sanger, Texas, and just not enough throttle on that one to get him over the line. But
yeah.
And I do feel like that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, and then Race Control telling us that it might not be a rookie. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think he owned Russ Keith's Chinook before Russ did.
Ooh, now Brennan Steck holding it off and not enough. He saved it once, but couldn't save it a second time. So we're going to recover him. He's just going to roll out. We want him to stop. You got to stop. It's good practice.
Just a good practice.
You got to stop, because what happens sometimes, folks, is if they think they've scratched but they haven't, they'll just roll out and it ruins their perfect run. So we don't want that. So got to get in the practice of stopping there, but all in, really good performance there. We've got to recover Jay Urish.
Okay, so correction. That Chinook that I was saying that Ryan owned and now Russ Keith owns. Ryan did own it, and then it went to another pilot.
And then it went to Russ Keith. So we're just putting like 6 degrees of Russ Keith, really, is what we're doing right now. By the way, I want to give him a quick shout-out while Jay comes in, because he's not here this weekend because he is helping with disaster relief efforts up in Alaska. And that was a fun one. We had a little ski ramp on the taxiway. And then settled it back down and getting it stopped for Jay right now. And that's going to shake you up a little bit as a rookie, I think.
Oh, yeah.
This is like non-standard, and all the pressure's on. Everyone's watching. So I want to give a lot of credit to Jay and the other rookies right now, because you're out there doing a new thing.
100%, yeah. I mean, we have not ventured into rookie land ourselves. Not just yet.
Oh, us?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, man.
So, just again, a shout out, Operation Airdrop.
Yep.
Russ Keith
Putting in the work.
Doing work in Alaska. They obviously had the storms there and all the
flooding
and everything. And so part of the response there, Operation Airdrop, that's a big deal for the STOL community.
It is a big deal.
Hey, guess who showed up?
We got Pat McAteer.
Pat McAteer just showed up.
Hey, guys.
Thanks for leading the rookies around the pattern there.
Yeah, that was fun. Good for him to get to see a pattern.
And so I don't know if we got your mic on or not there. Let's see if we can do it. Can we hear you, Pat? We got the technical difficulties. It's on. Let's see if we get you.
Check. No, nothing.
Maybe not. But so you saw them do a pattern, and you led them around. And let's see. Maybe what about now? Check 1, 2. Maybe we'll see.
Check.
Nope.
Anybody?
No go on that mic. So I'm just going to talk and.
Here, you can take my headset.
There we go. Yeah, we'll just do that. So Pat, real quick. You're seeing the rookies come out for the first time. You had Jay Urish there, just made a good choice, did some go-around action. But what are you seeing as more? You were a rookie once a few years ago. What advice do you have for these guys?
Yeah, it's so fun to get to go fly these events, even for those of us who come every year. But it's just your adrenaline goes up, and it's so exciting. So my advice for them every time is just be safe, be a little cautious. But have a great time. It's a blast. I'm having a fun time watching them. It was fun getting to lead them around the first pattern, and man, they're flying great. This is really fun.
We were remarking that you got the green flag, and you're just like, poof, gone. And I was like, oh man, they gotta keep up. But that's good. You show them around the pattern, show them a little bit of where they should be, altitude and visual perspective wise in the pattern mostly.
Yeah, at these events we fly a much tighter pattern than you would traditionally. We don't fly a 1,000-foot pattern 3/4 of a mile wide like a lot of normal traditional traffic patterns. So just the idea was for the first time, just the first lap, kind of just give them a little bit of an idea of how to fly the pattern. Right now with number 3 getting ready to take off, it's no problem if number 1 is in base. I don't know if he is, but just as an example, just to keep things moving, you fly a pretty tight pattern, and that's different. And so After you've done it a few times, it's no big deal. But just to see it, that was the idea. We've talked about doing it before. I just have never been involved.
Well, it was really cool to see, and I think it probably made. I know Jay was out front during the pilot briefing. He was like, I've been to national STOL events. He's volunteered. He's been a spectator at the events for a long time. He's like, I'm very familiar with this, but I've never done it before. You could hear in his voice, he's like, I wouldn't mind a little help.
Yeah.
And it was cool. You're just like, I got you. Like, I'll lead you around once and just show you what's what. So that was really cool. I wanted to get your thoughts on Brennan flying
Scooter.
Scooter,
Yeah.
with his dad's old plane.
Yeah.
Any thoughts watching that?
Well, so Brennan is living in Wichita now. He's working for Clemens Aviation. He, in the last, I don't even know, 2 months, he went from a private pilot to a multi-engine rated commercial pilot. I think maybe record time.
Wow,
And
that's
he's
a
now
lot.
he's now flying beach jets.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he moved there in August. So a lot's happened for that young
And
man.
I noticed he had a little baby.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
his arms as
his
well.
son is here. Yeah, getting to watch. So I was in Wichita last night. I spent the night there, and I got to watch Brennan do some practice there. Here we got Jay coming in.
Oh, just tickling the top of the grass down,
Good.
and a scratch for him. But honestly, I'd say that's a good improvement for him. Like, you can see the confidence coming back.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, so it was fun getting to watch Brennan last night, and man, he's flying great. Looked really good. It's fun getting to watch Brian watching Brennan because, as you know, I got to go through that
Right.
earlier this year with my son Tanner flying in his first event. So I promise you, Brian's more nervous right now than he will be flying himself later, having been there.
Here comes Ryan Spencer in the Murphy Rebel. A little bit of power got him over the
Nice.
line.
Really good.
Yeah, good sounding aircraft as well.
Well, guys, you've got things you need to hear from Cam, and I'm going to give him the headset back. I wanted to say, hey.
Oh, yeah. We really appreciate you coming by. You're flying again for folks at home. You're flying again a little bit later today. We're going to wrap up the rookies and then head over into the backcountry and the Cub, and then I think you guys in adventure class. So we'll keep an eye out for you, Pat. Thanks so much for stopping by.
That's Pat McIntyre.
Well, that was fun. Like when Pat stops by.
Oh, yeah. Such a
he's-
presence on the mic.
He has watched, like you said, watching Tanner has been a real treat to watch him fly with Tanner and teach him what's what. There's Brennan now getting it down and locked, totally locked in. So that's the rookie class, and I think they deserve a big round of applause coming by right now because they are doing it for the first time in front of all of you, and it's that's like we talked about, just a hard thing. Look at the way the window pops open in the
Oh,
Rebel, too.
yeah, the
That's
whole window.
kinda like folds down. That's really unique. That's a cool airplane. You don't see too many of those
No,
Murphy
not at all.
aircraft anymore. And so now it's time for something a little bit different. We're going to head over to the backcountry class, and this is another one of those classes that's really fun because you've got this plane right here. Matt Peterson's flying at the Colonel Uncle Matt from Ethel, Louisiana. It's a 1957 Cessna 172. This is I co-own a 172 with 14 other people. We have a plane just like this, and Matt was messing with the brakes ahead of time a little bit before here. Let's see what happens here on this rollout. He's taking off, so
Okay, yeah, I think his
Leap.
brakes are going to be good.
leaping into the air there for Matt Peterson. That's an airplane that, like, I fly, not a tail dragger version. He just had his converted.
Yeah.
But that's like a very normal, accessible airplane in the aviation sphere. And so that's why I like to see that. This airplane here, Jeff Harrell, the 2016 American Champion Scout. He's from Louisiana as well, Oak Grove, Louisiana.
The man with the new prop on his airplane. Ooh!
That prop made a big difference. He was excited once he got it bolted on there.
Yeah.
Brad Crawford's here flying at an Aviation Husky A1C 180 from Hot Springs, Arkansas. From Hot Springs, doing a little hot boy stuff, I think we'll see in a minute. So he's got his tail up.
Oh, yeah. Tail coming up. Ooh, pulled at the right time.
And waving the ailerons at us just to make sure that we know he's having fun.
Oh, yeah. He is going to wave those ailerons at us. As Jerry Clemens.
And here's Jerry Clemens. Yeah, 2008 Aviation Husky A1C200 from Wichita, Kansas. He is taking every ounce of that crosswind he can from the left. So precise.
Yeah. That tail came up and stopped, like, perfectly. Yeah, that was fantastic from Jerry Clemens.
So what's interesting about this, Cam, is you've got all these airplanes that we've got, like the quintessential trainer airplane, the 172 coming in on the left here, Matt Peterson at the controls. The Husky is maybe not a quintessential. That's like your big boy airplane or big girl airplane, right? Like you've graduated from your 172. You're going to start flying in the backcountry. You're going to have a plane like that. You're looking at a more comfortable backcountry airplane. You're going to go into that. You're going to go into a Legend Cub, a Carbon Cub, something like that. They're competitive at about the same numbers, though, in National STOL, and that's why they're placed side by side. Here's Matt Peterson.
All right. Ooh. Yeah, it came in nice and smooth. I think he's getting his brakes all dialed in since he was saying that he had some brake issues yesterday. So just making sure that they are working exactly how he wants them to work.
Yeah, so race control just popping in our ear. You know, that little bit of drift we saw from Matt last time. Looks like his brake was not successfully fixed there, so he is going to go back to parking. Jeff Harrell, scratch for him a little bit too short, but
yeah.
But definitely his brakes work.
They do work. Yeah, he's very aggressive getting to the line. So he kind of had that high alpha, like the nose is just a little high, which is what you want. Like we're trying to get that high alpha regime that way that you're flying as slow as possible. Then you chop the throttle, plop it in, and you're over the line. Didn't quite have that sight picture where he wanted, so he hit the line, scratched. But, I mean, yeah, like you said, those brakes are working. So he's going to continue to get it all figured out and see what he needs to do to get it as close to the line as possible without touching.
Brad Crawford using every ounce of the wind right now. It's actually dying out as I say that. A little bit calmer right now, and he's settled in. He's got it so stable. Holding it off. Good over the line for Brad Crawford. That's another person that likes to be aggressive on the brakes and someone who, as our friend Katrina says, go looking for pennies.
Oh, yeah. He's looking for all the change. It just got swathed out of his hands, and he's picking up every little bit of it. Jerry Clemens, low and slow. to your left if you're in the crowd.
Jerry Clemens from Clemens Insurance fame. He's holding it on the throttle. There we go. Good over the line for Jerry Clemens. And he's going to push it all backwards as he rolls to a stop there. You're looking for the most affordable and best insurance coverage available while maintaining the highest standard of excellence, much like that high standard of excellence we just saw Jerry Clemens do at the controls of the Husky. Give Clemens Insurance a call. How's that for a woven in sponsor?
You slipped it in right under the radar. It was very stealth.
Clemens Insurance, went real F-22 with that. Clemens Insurance, Jerry and his team have all been longtime supporters of National STOL, and we really appreciate their support. So big thanks to him. We've been talking about brakes this last class. Behringer Aero, another supporter of National STOL. Matt Peterson maybe needs to pick up some Behringers. That was maybe a little bit of a low blow there. He's got to get it fixed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got to
They're
get
not
their brakes
broken.
fixed. You've got to maybe there's a leak in a brake line or something. He's got to fix. The company Behringer Aero has been manufacturing wheels and brakes in the same spirit of quality and performance for 30 years. Since 2002, Behringer Aero makes wheels and brakes for a wide range of aircraft, from the ultralight airplanes up to certified aircraft like the PC-6, the Cirrus SR-22, maybe the Vision Jet if you've got deep pockets. You might want to throw some Behringers on there to protect your investment. So we really appreciate their help as well. Here's Jeff Harrell.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed that AL3 that we were looking at, the American Legend AL3, had the Behringer brakes and wheels on it while we were checking it out, oogling over that modern-day J3 Cub, if you will. Brad Crawford giving it a little goose of power to get turned into that crosswind that he's got going on right now. Tail's coming up. The snarling husky is coming alive. As he barrels down the runway, pulls just a hair early. Did not quite want to come up off the mains, but he finally got it off the mains. We've been talking about these numbers. Hadn't said a thing yet, but Jeff Harrell's first takeoff, 157, landing was 89 feet, but that was scratch. Brad Crawford was 117 on the takeoff, 113 on his first set, takeoff and landing. And Jerry Clemens was 110 and 111. And for this round, Jeff Harrell 125, Brad Crawford 123, and Jerry Clemens 110 on that takeoff we just saw. As Jeff Harrell comes back around, is on the short final.
Holding it off there, a little bit of throttle, tail down,
yeah.
He did it! That's exactly what we were talking about. The tail can touch, he's got to hold the... Well done. Don't let that nose get too low, that tail get too high, but he held it just right, little bit of throttle to keep the tail where he wanted it. Woo!
Yeah, that was
a
exciting.
good one. That was a great one. I have no idea if the score was any good. I just enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, visually it was very entertaining. 106 on that landing for Jeff Harrell, so 125, 106 combined total 231. Next up, Brad Crawford. Way out there. It's going to get a nice stabilized approach. Not that he doesn't normally, but with that amount of distance, you have nothing but time on your side to get the most stable approach, as long as the wind is consistent. And so he's in that slow flight regime. You can see him wagging his tail. That rudder is getting put to good use because there's not a lot of air flowing over the ailerons, so his ailerons are pretty mushy right now. Ooh.
Okay.
Couple of bursts
Made
of
it
power.
over.
Maybe one too early, but he got it in there, got it over the line.
You saw there, he ended up giving it a fair amount of throttle, start rolling forward. I think he was in that place where we were talking about, like, the ailerons being mushy. If you're in that slow area, your rudder's mushy too. It's not very effective, and the tail wheel is kind of the only thing working for you.
Yeah.
And so there's this little zone. It's less so on the more modern airplanes, but particularly in like the Champ that you fly or the J3 that I fly sometimes, there's this weird zone where you're not going fast enough to have the rudder work, but going too fast for the tail wheel to work. So you got to like get through that little transitionary zone. Here's Jerry Clemens.
Yeah.
They are working against that left crosswind for sure right now.
So on that landing for Jerry Clemens, 147. So we have Brad Crawford, combined total of 230. Jeff Harrell, combined total of 231. And Jerry Clemens, combined total of 221. Jerry Clemens he is doing the best in this class right now, on top. As we get Jeff on the line, get Jerry stopped in the back. Putting the pedal to the metal.
Oh, getting that tail real high. I feel like Brad's going to do that too now that he saw him do that. That was well done by Jeff Harrell. By the way, if you're looking at the season standings, Jeff Harrell's at 45 points, putting him in 5th overall.
Okay.
Up on top is this gentleman, Brad Crawford, with a combined season score of 116. Jerry Clemens behind him with 101 season points. So that's tight. Jughead Council currently in 3rd place. I don't think that's going to stand. I don't know if he's coming this weekend. So Austin Clemens and Jeff Harrell have an opening to take the bronze. A little bit of an early pull for Brad Crawford there, working that quartering crosswind from the front. Quartering headwind, I guess, is the right way to say that.
All right, yeah, Jerry Clemens getting pulled up to the line. So you might see visually that Jerry Clemens and Brad Crawford's aircraft are very much the same. I mean, they are both Aviat A1 Huskies, but the differences in the small modifications, like Jerry's beta prop. Like we said, it's not a silver bullet. It's not the ultimate cheat code. Like, you will not win guaranteed because you have that beta prop. Still a lot of pilot work that has to be done with that. So, and you can see that with how tight Jerry is and to Brad Crawford right now. I mean, it's not like a ridiculous spread by any means. 10 points or 9 points. So, I mean, yeah, Jeff Harrell on short final. Nursing that power, giving it modulation.
Oh, dropping it.
Oh, wow.
I cannot believe how far down that tail wheel was. That was like, how many degrees was that nose up? That was bonkers.
It like instantly stalled. Like you could see that tail come down and then that right wing just drop out.
Woo.
Wow.
And then, like, working that right main gear, something fierce. It just plopped in and did the big old jelly donut. Like,
Man.
holy cow. He is probably feeling that a little bit
yeah.
in the cockpit right now. Not a lot of passenger comfort in that moment, I don't think. I should say pilot comfort. There's no one sitting behind him.
I mean,
but, like,
yeah, still.
Like, whoa. Jeff. Woof. I mean, he was going for it, though.
Yeah, man. That was.
We got the national championships coming up, man. We got to leave it all out on the table, I guess.
Oh, man.
Now for something hopefully completely different. Jack Crawford.
Nice.
Good
slow.
over the line. He's going to plop it in. That's a good technique. Tail's coming up. He always likes to put the tail up. He's pretty good about that.
Yeah. Ooh. All right, so.
Now we're just looking for Jerry Clemens. There he is on base leg.
Yeah.
So while he's turning base to final there, I want to talk about our friends at Sarasota Avionics. They're a long-term partner of National STOL. They're your authorized Garmin dealer and the #1 aircraft avionics dealer in the nation for panel mount GPS avionics systems. With upfront pricing, superior service, and expert consultants, this is your one-stop shop for your next avionics upgrade. So that's Sarasota Avionics. They've offered prize consideration for the annual award winners, the national champions, at the end of the year. So we really appreciate their support. Here comes Jerry Clemens.
A little modulation to power. Good over the line. And that beta did not actuate like he wanted.
No go on the reverse pitch propeller. We've got an opportunity now real quickly to throw it to the pits. Wes Campbell's there with the Colonel, Matt Peterson.
All right, we're here in the pits with Colonel Matt Peterson. So it looks like your practice ended a little early there. Tell us what happened.
So my right brake has gone mushy, and that can mean a lot of things. Okay, I've worked on a lot of brakes, getting my A&P, and we're just about down. It's going to need a whole master cylinder rebuild, and if it needs a whole master cylinder rebuild, then I won't be competing. You can get by with a mushy brake, you know, if you're just traveling or just trying to get from one place to another, you know, to where you can work on it. But in this kind of precise flying environment, no, I'm pulling myself out. There's no way, because you got to be able to control that aircraft, you know, when you land. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but when I hit the gas right at the beginning, the motor tried to pull the airplane off the brakes, and the right brake didn't have enough, and it twisted the airplane at the start line, you know. And then when I landed, you know, I still made a 300-400 foot landing, but I had to take it easy on that right brake. So until I get home, take the thing apart, order the kit from Aircraft Spruce, wait a couple of days, and then install the kit into the brakes. There won't be any competition flying for the Colonel.
All right, looks like we already have some spooky stuff happening here at the Lone Star Nationals. I guess we're going to have some rumoritas tonight. Back to you, Ryan and Cam.
All right. Thank you for that, Wes. And I like Colonel's always got a positive outlook on things, even when he's facing some adversity. I think that's probably got a little bit to do with the service he did for our country. So, hey, folks, we're going to take a quick break and come back with more practice here at Lone Star STOL 2025. We'll be right back.
Sarasota was created actually back in the 70s, but we and Bert and Vince, my two partners, they've sold their business to Ryan and Sean, which is my two other partners now. We started around in 1999, 2000. Just had one little spot in this hangar, and we've built it up from there. So we've been here for 23 years now. So, and then we have 5 facilities now here in the state of Florida. First starts in Tampa, Sarasota. Venice here is our main headquarters, and we have Punta Gorda and then Fort Lauderdale, Lantana. And we have partners in Brazil, South Africa, Greece, Tullahoma, Tennessee, all over the world. We're the largest Garmin dealer in the world. So that's probably what we've been known for. So we do more installs on aircraft, general aviation, anything really under 10,000 pounds than anybody else in the world. So, and we've been that for quite a few years now.
Special thanks to our annual sponsors: Legend Aircraft, Clemens Insurance, Behringer Aero, Sarasota Avionics, Lift Aviation USA, Flying Eyes Optics, Red Tag Art, Legendary Aviation Coffee Company, iFly EFB by Adventure Pilot, ICOM Radios, Tundra Tailwheel, Fly Orca.
A special thanks to our local sponsors. Presenting sponsor, Legend Aircraft, the most coveted American manufactured sport aircraft. Nottingham's Sulphur Springs Dodge, offering the best Chrysler, Ram, Jeep, and Dodge vehicles in the area. City National Bank, banking and lending with a team you know and trust. Texas Heritage Bank, large enough to meet your needs, yet small enough to care. ETOS metal roof and wall systems. Strength you can rely on. Steel you can trust. Powerlift hydraulic doors of Texas. Unparalleled functionality, visually striking features, and remarkable durability. First National Bank of East Texas. Here to help every step of the way. Thrust Flight, training students to be safe, confident, and disciplined aviators. Grocery Supply Company, impacting lives through exceptional service.
And folks, welcome back to the non-stop action here at Lonestar STOL for National STOL. We are at practice for Lonestar leading into the championship weekend. And right now, we're going to take it to the pits with Wes Campbell and Jeff Harrell.
All right, we're here in the pits with Jeff Harrell. Jeff, that was a pretty spicy situation going on there in practice. How did it feel?
Oh, it felt great until the last second. Yeah, the right wing stalled just as I was coming across the line. But, well, I didn't cross the line. I scratched it on the last one, I'm pretty sure.
It definitely looked great. How do you feel like practice is going so far today?
I love the wind. My plane flies so good in the wind. When it's calm conditions, I struggle, or my plane struggles. I want to say I'm still pretty good, you know.
Yeah, well, good luck having the win tomorrow. Back to you, Ryan and Cam.
I love how he was like, it felt great until the last second. That's just what it was there. But yeah, that lost the wing there at the end there, plop it in. That's it's just what happens. Now we are headed over to the the
Cub.
class. That's
Yeah.
right. We've got the Cub and the Vintage Cub class.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we've got this 1946 Aronca Champ that's flown by Ron Hansen from Plattsmouth, Nebraska. That's going to be a fun plane to watch. This is something 90 horsepower on the front. All the other airplanes you've seen today have a ton more horsepower.
Yeah, I mean, at Oklahoma, him and Glenn were just throwing down insane numbers for the Cub, for the Vintage Cub class in that Aronca Champ. So we got nice wind on the nose, so we'll probably see some pretty insane numbers today as well.
Not
quite ready to fly.
Didn't need the ski
Didn't-
ramp though.
No.
Got off before that. Right up here, this is Russell Euchert.
Yeah, in the 2001 Cub Crafters Super Cub. Classic looking bird with the black lightning stripe, the quintessential Piper.
Yeah, got to get that lightning stripe
Yeah.
going on there for that. Something different on the back though, on the tail there. I can't see what the tail art is from here. As 180 horsepower, so twice the horsepower of the Champ that you just saw take off. 31-inch bush wheels on this puppy.
Yeah, throwing up all the dust.
He is good off the ground as well. He's going to slowly retract those flaps and climb on out. That crosswind's starting to howl a little bit more. We're still in that like 7-ish knot range based on the windsock there. Next up, we've got Chuck Olmstead from right here in Sulphur Springs, Texas, flying the American Legend aircraft,
Yep.
AL-18.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Being a little on the nose, but they build them here. Just want to make sure you know what we got cooking here. They make these literally just behind us there in the factory, the American Legend Aircraft Factory. So based on the classic Super Cub.
Yeah, we've seen that aircraft perform, will compete with us past couple years.
Yeah, Chuck's been flying with us a whole bunch, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the Cub class,
Yeah, David
Warren, Ryan Melendez getting ready. There's David Warren on the camera. So this is just vintage Cub aircraft. And then you'll see the Cub class where they just the same basic formula, but just a little more horsepower, maybe some other mods to the wings. Here is Ron Hansen. A little bit short.
A little healthy scratch.
Run it down to 16 miles an hour. I don't think it's accurate.
Yeah. Just a little short on that landing, so he scratched. Like you said, 90 horses. He doesn't have any flaps. So he is in the vintage class, like you were saying as well. These other aircraft are going to be in the Cub class, so they're going to have flaps and other devices on the wing, have a bit more horsepower. The vintage Cub class is 100 horsepower or less. So all of these aircraft that you're about to see are going to have a little bit more than 100 horsepower. I think you were saying this aircraft has 180
Yeah,
horsepower?
so 180 horsepower in this one.
Ooh, that was a buttery landing.
Working to keep it straight in that crosswind.
So yeah, this crosswind kind of picked up nice and steady. I don't think this is a gust. I think this is true for right now as we recover the AL-18. Piloted by Chuck. He's turning base right now. Right base.
He's going to be giving us a little lesson in traffic patterns right now. And so the base leg is this kind of 90 degrees off from final approach. I think everyone knows final approach probably from watching Top Gun or Airplane or whatever movies you've seen.
Yeah.
But so the base leg is the leg he's on right now. The one behind us is downwind because you're getting pushed, ideally. Downwind.
Yeah, yep.
And then just to round it out, crosswind is when you turn right after taking off.
And then the departure leg, some people call it the upwind, but I've heard upwind would be if you were offset from the runway. And we've got our illustration of what the winds are doing compared to our runway right now. So runway 1 has a nice healthy crosswind.
You can see it pushing them a little bit too. Like I think as we get in that like slow regime, we're getting just pushed a little bit to the right from that crosswind from the left. So they're going to taxi back and do another go. And yeah, look at the METAR there here at Sulphur Springs. It's not a direct crosswind right now. It is that kind of like quartering headwind, just a few degrees off, but that's definitely if you're going to take a crosswind, you want one that looks like that.
Yeah.
Gives you a little bit more on the nose than one directly to the right.
A little less crosswind component.
That was one of my favorite parts. I don't know if you still do it. Like getting the old grease pencil out on the back of the E6B and like drawing like triangles and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. That was good stuff. So here comes Ron Hansen now, 90 horsepower roaring into the sky now.
Okay. I mean, he's getting it off before the ski ramp.
Yeah.
The British carrier, the British Navy carrier ski ramp that's out there.
Meanwhile, I can't see who's back on the other grass runway at the airport there.
Yeah, Ryan Melendez and Goldie out there just kind of dinking around.
He's been practicing all day back there.
Yeah, that plane has been flying.
And look who just showed up in the meantime.
Yeah, King Air. Maybe a C-90.
Looks like the King Air is going to do a quick 180. Wow, that's pretty.
That's impressive.
That's a big airplane to whip around like that. That's cool. Like a King Air. I wouldn't mind one of those if anyone's shopping for Christmas. Okay, here comes Russell Newkirk. His airplane's called Doc's Obsession. And then Chuck Olmstead in the American Legend aircraft AL-18.
Yeah. Some red, white, and blue livery on that aircraft. Very American. Race control tunnel says Nozart says
yeah, there you
beer
go.
Money.
Beer money. There you go. I think he probably spent all his beer money making that plane.
Oh, yeah. All right. Throttle coming in for Chuck. He pulled and the mains just leapt off the ground. That is ideally what you want. That means that he pulled at the correct time. Maybe could have pulled a little earlier. That might be debatable, but he's airborne.
So while Ron comes in here, we've got Tanner McIntyre's in the booth. He's got a radar gun, and we've been trying to get some ground speeds. I don't know if we've been successful yet.
Yeah, I think he said somewhere in the 40s. Like it.
Maybe. Let's try. We'll see. He's going to try with Ron here. Let's see if we can get a number, a ground speed number. It looks like it's reading 44, 43, 42.
40. Okay, yeah, I think it's accurate.
And then it suddenly said 24, and that felt too low. Nice. Okay, so Race Control happens to be an expert in radar guns and said that once you get parallel, it's no longer, it needs to be like kind of directly coming at you. Once it's more parallel, it's not as accurate. Remember that, and the next time you get pulled over.
Yes.
Like, where were you?
I was parallel to you,
were
bro.
Parallel to me. You did radar gun work. So now looking at the numbers here for Russell, 36, 40, 32. That seems about right. Now it's probably got, so right here when it's like 17, it doesn't know.
Yeah, man, he's a master at those soft landings. Reminds me of Lunacy. Like seeing Lunacy out there doing the work. Miss Kathy Page putting in the work, another STOL competitor. Also STOL drag. But yeah, she always had those smooth, buttery landings, and looks like Russell's doing the exact same thing.
Chuck Olmstead now coming in. Just above the grass, holding it off. Did he touch? I think he did. Yeah, that's a scratch for Chuck Olmstead. Winds aloft must be really cooking too. Look at Ryan Melendez up there, just floating around above the trees on that other runway. So I think there's a little bit of wind, and it is heading more and more directly down the runway. Our feather flags look like a direct headwind now. I think the windsock is showing it about the same.
Yeah, windsock looks like it's agreeing with you. We get our competitors taxied by. We're on back up on the line. Yeah, you can see that windsock right now. It's favoring the direction of the runway, so hopefully Ron can put this to his advantage.
Headwinds all around. Here's Ron Hansen now with that 90 horsepower champ. Looking to be the champion of the weekend.
Heyo.
Nice. Yeah, that was nice and clean. Russell Euchert, Abilene, Texas.
Joel Dobson in the chat saying, fly good, don't suck.
That's a nice callback to our friend Rob Holland.
Yeah, his mantra.
A couple other people we can say hi to in the chat. Cat Blue Flame is here.
Yo! What up, Cat? Robbie Staten in the chat. He said he's going to be here tomorrow. We'll see you there, Robbie.
That's awesome. Colin Kneva in the chat as well. It's going to be a good one. Good luck, all, and fly safe, brothers and sisters. Love that from Colin. Big-time personality on the National STOL circuit a few years ago. Kind of taking a break this year. Going to be back soon, I hope.
Yep. Ray Polk in the chat as well.
Bubbles is here as well. Bubbles 9052 saying howdy. Hello, Bubbles.
Hello, sir.
A person speaking Russian? I don't know. Don't know what you typed, but hello.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Chuck Olmstead on the go. Very nice pull. I mean, that
I enjoyed that one.
That almost looks sub 100. I don't know what I can't tell what the judges are doing right now, but man, that was a very good takeoff from Chuck.
So that was 90 feet from Chuck Olmstead. It's kind of the sleeper hit, right?
Yeah.
I believe will be the shortest. That was the shortest takeoff so far of the day. Here comes Ron Hansen now in the champ, holding it off, transitioning to the flare a little too early, and a scratch for Ron Hansen.
Oh. And he gets it stopped short of 300 feet, despite the scratch. Very good number for that champ.
Up until this point, the shortest of practice has been Brandon Korn with a combined total of 200 feet. We could see that bested now by either, honestly, Chuck Olmsted or Russell.
Yeah, I mean, they're throwing down some serious numbers. 292, 346.
This guy right here coming in right now they call him Doc. He calls this his midlife crisis. This airplane right here. Holding it off, real nice tail low, settling in. That was real graceful again.
It was very graceful. Mr. Russell from Abilene, Texas, in the backyard of Dyess Air Force Base, with the B-1 bombers and C-130s out there.
Chuck Olmsted now on final approach to your left. Getting it slowed down. I think he knows he had a good takeoff.
Yeah.
This guy who's got 9 grandkids.
Man.
Big family man. Okay, here we go. Holding it off. Good over the line. Now let's get heavy on those brakes. It may not be enough to best Brandon Korn's number. I think we're going to be beyond it based on where he stopped. Yeah, not quite. That was 295. That's going to put him in 7th overall for practice for Chuck Olmsted. So had an opportunity there, but I think just gave up a little bit too much beyond the line. And so that is going to complete this first chunk of the Vintage Cub and Cub classes. Chuck Olmsted's actually going to bolt out of here.
Yeah.
Go home after practice. Going to go home and come back tomorrow for the competition. So we'll get one more takeoff out of him. Russell taxiing by the camera folks right now.
Yeah. Well, Chuck on screen.
Oh, it says Top Cub. That's what it is. Just
Okay.
Top Cub on the back there of Russell's airplane.
And there goes Chuck. He's gone.
Dave Warren taxiing up. he just didn't even back tax it. I was like, hey, guys, I've been doing super cool 90-foot takeoffs. I don't need 5,000 feet.
Yeah.
I'll just take off right now, right over the lake there. So the next bit, now we're kind of like amping up the horsepower, right? So we've gone from the Cub, Vintage Cub, now we're deeper into Cub class. We've got this like, Dave Warren's got this aircraft here that is
bone stock,
like Piper Super Cub, right? But then we've also got Ryan Melendez, who's instead practicing over there off in the distance in his Super Cub. Lee Boyd behind him in Blue Tranquility. It's beautiful Carbon Cub, and then Nick Ardillo behind him in another Carbon Cub. So everywhere from Alabama to Tennessee and Texas. And Dave Warren is one to watch, if I'm honest. He's kind of like between him and Lee Boyd, they're kind of that walks. They're like President Eisenhower or something. Like walk softly, carry a big stick. Like they're not very boisterous gentlemen, but they put down like incredible numbers in their Cubs. And interesting, we got Ryan Melendez not participating in the practice heat with his class. He's just going to he's just been doing reps like the last hour, I feel like, back in the background there.
Burning lots of avgas.
He's from San Diego, California.
Yep.
Lee Boyd trying to figure out exactly where the sweet spot is with that wind. He's very aggressive on the controls in that Cub, and you saw him pull hard right there, but it wasn't quite ready to fly. Nick Ardillo now at the line. Airline pilot, used to fly refueling missions for the Air Force.
Yeah.
Got a lot of hours. He's probably spent more hours in the air than many of the people here.
There you go. The rest of the power.
Okay, there we go, Nick Ardillo.
Okay, Nick.
That was really well timed. I wonder if he was waiting for the wind a little bit.
I guess so. That's going to be a sub 100-foot takeoff if
It was super well timed.
Yeah.
So while they go around the pattern, folks want to talk about a couple things you can do to help our pilots out. One is nationalstol.com/vote.
Mm-hmm.
Go vote for your favorite pilot. There are awards for that. At end of day tomorrow, I think probably for Lone Star. So go check that out. nationalstol.com/vote. The other thing you can do is come visit if you're cold today. It's unusually breezy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cold in Texas. I'm from Wisconsin. It's supposed to be hot here, but we're in Texas. It's chilly. You can go to the National STOL merch booth and pick up one of our new black sweatshirts. Dave Warren holding it off. Good over the line.
Ooh. Yeah.
Very successful landing there for Dave Warren here in practice at Lonestar STOL 25. Yeah, go pick up one of these. You're actually modeling it right now.
Yeah, I'm wearing it right now. I
the
mean,
new black sweatshirt.
Yeah, I got the red logo on it and everything.
Looks real good.
Yeah, the back is really nice. I'm not going to get up and turn around, but it is
But
very
what is
cool.
it? Like, what's the?
It's the STOL logo with
Yeah.
the plane with the checkered flag masked on it.
I'm just petting you here. I
yes.
wanted to feel like what the wow. I just wanted to feel like what the material was. It feels.
Oh yeah, it's really soft. I mean,
Yeah. Is it warm though? That's the real
it's
question.
warm. Yes.
That's all you need right now. Okay, here comes Lee Boyd. Are you purring? Is that purring? Okay.
Cooing. I was cooing.
Okay. That was a scratch for Lee Boyd. So that's Lee Boyd down and recovered. Here comes Nick Ardillo, base to final on the left. From Dallas, Texas. Airplane's got 180 horsepower. And he is working it in the wind right now. And I feel so happy that I know we're cold, but I feel so happy that we have wind.
Yes.
Because, like we said, Nashville, no wind. You said it yourself, man. It's been the story of the season. We finally have some wind on the nose. Holding it off.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Nick Ardillo. Lexi gave a big cheer for that one. Love it when you got a line judge that is enthusiastic about your victories.
Yes. Yeah, that adds to the excitement.
A little bit less than an hour remaining in practice. Cub class coming around again. Ryan Melendez still doing his thing out there. I'm wondering if he's got just a ton of fuel that he's trying to burn off for tomorrow. Obviously, it doesn't hurt to put in reps, but if you're flying from San Diego, he might be a little heavy on the gas. So just trying to burn off some gas there, right there. He can also practice tomorrow we've got an AM practice before competition starts tomorrow. And so that could be, he might be planning on practicing in the formal practice then, burning off some avgas right now. And he might want to practice right before the competition. It's a guaranteed thing. You practice tomorrow morning if he doesn't practice today. So here's Dave Warren. This is going to be a little bit of a dogfight, I think, tomorrow in this class.
Yeah. More so than most of the season, I would say. Here we go, Blue Tranquility up on the line. Piloted by Lee Boyd. Have not seen his wife yet today. I assume that Krista is here. If you're here in the crowd, hello. If you're at home watching, hello.
Maybe she popped in the chat.
She could have popped in the chat. All right, yeah, that tail coming up.
Nice.
Oh,
Boy.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
that's what
healthy.
I'm saying, man. He just puts in the work.
Yep.
Want to say hi to Dwayne Cruz. Dwayne Cruz is in the chat. Has been watching since last year. Awesome. So excited to be there in person the next 2 days. Dwayne, we can't wait to have you here with us. It's going to be a totally rad weekend.
Yeah, Anov in the chat. What's up, Anov? He does all the field modeling, the site modeling for STOL.
Nick Ardillo, that was nice and clean as well.
Oh, yeah.
Really taking a bite out of that crosswind and then straightening it out to climb out into the pattern. While he does, I want to talk about our friends at Lift Aviation USA. Their love for flying drives them to deliver only the finest in aviation products to market. Lift Aviation is bridging the gap and making products that are stronger and lighter that you can trust. Up for grabs, Lift Aviation helmet shells to annual points winners of each class this year. Here comes Dave Warren.
Ooh.
Definitely a more vertical approach.
Yep, yep. Wanted to throw some energy into the ground as opposed to across the ground.
Yeah, any way you can put that energy down, it means you're not going as far forward with it.
Yep.
Next up is going to be Lee Boyd. While Lee Boyd comes in, I want to take a minute to thank our friends at Flying Eyes Optics. Sunglasses by Flying Eyes Optics are the lightest and most comfortable aviation sunglasses around. They are a returning sponsor this year, and our staff, Cam and I are both wearing our Flying Eyes right now. We all can attest to the quality of the product. National STOL, you can use that coupon code National STOL for 10% off of your Flying Eyes order. National STOL, all one word. Lee Boyd, just a little short.
Oh,
too
no.
short for Lee Boyd there in Blue Tranquility. Whoa, that was...
Yeah, that was...
Dare I quote our friend Corey Robin and say that was a barn burner of an approach.
Yeah.
And then speaking of barn burners and clinics, Ryan Melendez just still back there putting on a clinic in slow flight. He was just kind of hovering in the winds aloft there. Just doing his thing.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Ardillo on approach to the left. Very relaxing time right now between the landings. A little burst of power from Nick to hold him off. A little bit more. Ooh, right on the line. Lexi doesn't know it was that close.
Wow, yeah.
So they'll have to go to the replay to see if it was a scratch or not. So tomorrow during competition we'll have the replay running. So we'll just have to assume that I'm going to say it was good then. We don't have the replay running for practice today, so we'll just say good for Nick Ardillo. Well, they taxi back right now. I want to take a minute to thank our other friends, Red Tag Art, innovative and handcrafted art and home goods from Red Tagged aircraft parts. You can get everything from bottle openers made from valve covers to turbine coffee tables, everything in between. You can check them out at redtagart.com. They made our annual trophies. They're hanging out with us this weekend, and strike that, reverse it. They're bringing our annual trophies, the custom annual trophies they made for us. Also, our friends at Legendary Aviation Coffee Company. It's where aviation passion flirts shamelessly with the seduction of coffee roasting. A premier air-roasted, small batch, single-origin, specialty-grade, direct trade with a promise of never bitter, always better food coffee. Check them out. 10% off your order. STOL 10.
Let's go.
Speaking of let's go,
Yeah.
Dave Warren.
Bone stock dry.
What was that number? How much is that doggy in the window? 122 feet. By the way, just to catch you up on some scores,
Yes.
Lee Boyd's been scratching it up, but if he hadn't been, he would have had the well, he still had the number, but it doesn't count. 75-foot takeoff from Lee Boyd. That's the shortest of the day. He's about to take off again. More crosswindy.
Windy.
So Dave Warren got his numbers down. He started at 132, down to 120, and now at 122. Lee Boyd, 95-foot takeoff, 75-foot takeoff. This one, 114. Nick Ardillo, by the way, sneaking in to first place of practice with a combined score of 199, beating Brandon Korn for practice by 1 foot. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we got Wes Campbell in the pits with Brian Steck.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, we are literally in the cockpit with
Brian Steck.
Brian Steck, about to go out for practice. How are you feeling today?
Oh, I feel great. Life is good. When you get to fly, life is good. Get to be out here with all of our friends, and with National STOL, it's always good.
Anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody. And you know what? I'm so stoked. I am super stoked. My son is here with me today, Brennan, and he just practiced and for the first time in National STOL, and he did really well. And I'm super excited about him being out here with us.
Awesome. Good luck in practice.
Thanks.
Back to y'all, Ryan and Cam.
Thanks, Wes, for that. Let's actually check where those numbers ended up for Brian's son. Best combined score was 209 feet. He is currently in third overall for Brennan Steck in practice. So,
man.
Rookie, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you only be a rookie once with numbers like that.
Rookie or ringer?
Oh, good question. I mean, if Brian Steck's your dad, and Pat McAteer was just telling us all about how quickly he became like a jet pilot.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this kid's got some talent. Here's Lee Boyd. Good over the line. Get it stopped. Nice. So that is going to be nice for Lee Boyd to get on the board. I wonder where he's going to end up. That was a 114-foot takeoff with a 121-foot landing. That's going to put him in 7th overall for practice with a combined score of 235. Nick Ardillo, this guy coming in here, doing a little KC 135 action.
Yeah, it's flying slow for sure.
He's got the best combined score of practice today with 199. A little sporty there, had to recover it.
Yep.
Yeah, gave it a big
Oh! Yeah, Lexi's saying it's a scratch.
By just a little bit, too. She
I
was holding
know.
up like by an inch. So, I mean, he was on the edge there. I think he was trying to see how far he could take the wind and use the wind, and got a little squirrely there on him. He had to give it some power to power out of that and recover. So, still triumphant as far as practice goes.
Yeah.
Here at National STOL, Lonestar STOL. Going to be holding on to that for a little bit. We'll see. He's got that combined score of 199. Right behind him, Brandon Korn with 200 feet. So that's kind of fun. I really like that when you see them stack. You never get to see them stack up this during competition, right?
Yep,
They're always separated by class. You see everyone stacked up like this all together. It's pretty fun. So next up, we're going to have some of the legends of STOL flying for us. You're going to see Frank Knapp fly with Brian Steck, Mike Babcock, and Pat McIntyre in the adventure class, and then on to the sport class. So hang tight, folks. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Connect with pilots worldwide. Watch your flights unfold with accurate terrain, scenery, altitude, ground speed, time, and flight path. Improving your wind situational awareness by reviewing your flight path with wind data. Invite friends to join you. Debriefing with peers is a blast. Balance striving with fun. Never wasting a chance to document bragging rights or continue to improve by connecting with pilots and instructors who inspire you. Just tap the record.
What's up, Av Geeks and STOL Freaks? Welcome to Lonestar STOL here in beautiful Sulphur Springs, Texas. It's Luke Spore, everybody, 2019 American Legend Aircraft BOAC. A round of applause for Chuck Olmstead. In the gray and orange BOAC, Brian Shirley, everybody. Give a round of applause for Brian Steck. About 60 feet on that one. It's an unlimited class. It's what you've been waiting for. That's right, the beast mode BOAC, Colin Kaniva.
Oh my goodness gracious. Frank Knapp showing that he deserves to belong here. Whoa, that was legendary.
And welcome back to Lonestar STOL Practice 2025. We are getting geared up for our next class. We just had the Cub class where we saw Nick Ardillo and a whole bunch of other Cubs.
Dave
Lee
Warren.
Boyd. Yep, Dave Warren.
Lee Boyd doing Lee Boyd things.
So now, getting geared up to see.
It's time to go on a wee little adventure, my friend. We're going to do the adventure. Now, a little update for you. Frank Knapp is going to practice today, but he's going to practice with the Unlimited class. We were talking about Matt Peterson's brake issues. Frank also had a brake issue this morning. Spent the better part of the day repairing his brakes. Wow, that is loud. Brian Stack just roaring into the air. He's like, I don't want to hear about the brakes anymore. I want to hear about me. And so he took off and flew very loudly into the sky. That was something. That airplane's called High Strung. It's a custom-built MOAC, mother of all Cubs, here by Legend Aircraft. It's got a modified wing. It's got just a lot of stuff tweaked on it just for Brian, including a water-cooled engine on the front, which is normally reserved for other types of airplanes. Got something like that. Pat McIntyre now in the BLT. Oh, man.
Yeah.
So this is a fun matchup, right? And actually, it's funny. So Frank's not practicing with these guys, but he is watching them very closely right now. He's watching these guys fly right now because he's got to fight against that new airplane. This airplane is silly.
Yes.
Mike Babcock has not had success yet with it, though. He's like on the edge of showing us what it and he can do, and I don't think we've ever truly seen it. Listen to that thing roar.
Oh, what? Is that sub 50?
Always with a snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah.
Definitely sub 50 from Mike Babcock on that. That is something else. That airplane, again, in Nashville, did a little too much snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah, a little bit too much Rice Krispies in the engine.
And that's the new shortest takeoff of the day.
47 feet.
That's like that is like
that's completely bonkers. I mean, Brian Steck, 48 feet. So
woo!
I mean,
okay,
yeah,
that just kind of
neck.
happened. We didn't even realize that happened. That was pretty intense. Yeah, we've got some real heavy hitters here in this class, and this class has become heavy hitting in the last year. It's been really incredible. Brian Steck Cam on the left.
All right, high strung, a little high.
Ooh. Whoa, working the slats on the MOAC.
Yeah.
Power, go hold it off!
Oh! Let's
what
go!
was that? We've barely seen Brian Steck on the circuit this year. He's been having so much mechanical trouble with that airplane. But what a payoff!
Yeah, man.
That was incredible, just dragging the tail along the ground like that. I'm really high-strung right now.
Yeah. Little
woof!
Yeah.
Welcome to STOL, Sulphur Springs. Okay.
Hype strong.
Here comes Pat McIntyre now.
Oh, yeah, nose high. Enough power to get over the line.
Oh, no! A scratch for Pat McIntyre. It's just practice, and I'm getting fully amped. I am wound up to 1,000 right now.
Let's go.
Like I am lit. I'm cold, but I'm like very excited. I'm vibrating.
Yes.
Very excited.
And it didn't even take Luke Strandland to help you get there.
No, well, that helped warm me up a little bit.
Okay.
We're getting the goosebumps from Luke Strandland's sonic weapon. Okay, Mike Babcock, show us what you can do. Show us what you got.
Oh,
look at that thing hanging out.
Oh! No!
Scratch for Mike Babcock, but look at that. We almost had a sub 50-foot landing out of him. Bonkers. Someone, by the way, in the chat, if you could do this for me in the postseason, I say bonkers a lot because I don't know what else to say, and I can't curse on the air, so I say bonkers a lot. If you could make like a Ryan says bonkers supercut in the off season, it's just like every time I said bonkers.
And then like the thumbnail for that has to have like bonkers, like the police cat. You remember Bonkers, the cartoon?
That is too deep of a cut for me. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, but but you can put like some techno music and it's like bonkers, 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 but it's like all these crazy landings. That's what I need someone to make. You can use AI. I don't care. Like maybe AI can go through and pull the clips for you or something.
Yes. Don't do it how South Park does it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That looked like just over 50 feet.
Yeah.
The line judge is literally on the ground, like they're down in the dirt, making sure they can measure it correctly.
They're in the trenches. Okay, race control telling us that the line judges are allowed to use their cameras for review for practice and the competition this weekend. So
Pat McIntyre taking a huge bite. Just a little bit longer. Here comes Mike Babcock. He's going to try to get, again, as much of that crosswind on the nose. He's over on the right side of the runway, the wind coming from the left.
Mike rocking that Yamaha 998T snowmobile engine on the front of that airplane.
So many horsepower.
Yeah.
Feels like we didn't get as much power out of it this time. Like
yeah, no.
Was it like rev limiting?
I don't know.
Wes.
That's what it feels like.
Wes, if you're listening, when he gets to the pits,
Yes.
interview him about the noises that it makes.
Some pneumonia in there.
But like that's what I mean. This is the thing, man. Is like the innovation that's happening, right? Like think about the last 10, 15 years in STOL. I think about what STOL has done since I've become a pilot in 2012. Like it's just insane.
Yeah, I mean, remember Mike Babcock was in an S21 last year.
Yeah.
At Moses Lake. So
yeah,
I mean, like
like the innovation happening on the power plant side, on the lightness side.
Yeah.
Right.
It's happening at light speed.
There's a guy like 5 feet from us right now who flew a plane called Lil Cub. Right? And that's like crazy innovation as well. It's just been doing that for such a long time. Brian Steck now hanging it out, plopping it in.
Oh, that's
too close to call. Okay, I'd take that in practice. I'm just blown away, right, by like the amount of innovation we've seen over the last decade in STOL. It's hitting all different sides. Hal Stockman not going to be here this weekend due to some issues with his airplane, but he put canards on a plane this year, like on a STOL plane, to get more down pressure on the tail. Like it is just constantly changing and innovating, and I love it. Okay, Pat McIntyre in the Badlands Traveler, flaps down, holding it off. Not going to be enough. That one was not maybe just accurately placed. In this class, Jody Card is actually out in front with 93 points in the season standings. Mike Babcock in second with 58, and Pat McIntyre in third with 50 points. So Pat and Mike kind of duking it out for a second, I think. We'll see if Jody can hold it off. Look at this. Look at this insanity.
Oh, man.
That's how you use all the power.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to let it
keep
descend.
Going. Yeah.
Okay,
All
we made it.
right.
Okay, what? Clip that and put it on TikTok.
Oh, man. And
That was insane.
that was like the same distance as Brian Steck on
Bonkers.
That is, it might be just a hair shorter.
Bonkers, bonkers, bonkers. What is happening? And that's the great story with Mike Babcock this year is we have not seen him perform like this yet.
Yeah. Nope. Got some more brake gate happening right now.
Pat McIntyre with a right brake that's a little locked up there, trying to get it unlocked. Sometimes they can kind of freeze.
Looks like he's got it figured out. So Mike Babcock, 71 feet on that last landing. Brian Steck, 70 feet.
Ooh, so now, I mean, there's the thing. We haven't seen Babcock really show us. What is that? He's like, no. Why that is so frustrating, Mike Babcock. That was amazing. And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was right. Come on. Meanwhile, Brian Steck's up front just doing high strung in the MOAC.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this class, it's almost like the new Unlimited.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
It's just so intense.
So the judges, I don't know if they saw. It looked like he settled back down to me for a second. He pulled left the grass, the mains touched back down. I might have been seeing things, but looks like the judges are conferring and getting that figured all out. But they are saying 67 feet for that takeoff for Brian Steck.
We've got 2 more days of this, dude.
Yeah, man.
Pat
That was a nice shot with Lee Boyd in the background taking off on the practice strip way out there.
By the way, is Ryan Melendez still?
Yeah, he's still just churning
going
them.
around.
Churning them, and then
going
Lee
around
decided
out
to join them. I think they've got some people out there measuring distances too. So
Oh, man,
he's
they
got some coaching going
They're
on.
hungry. Much like these spiders. Have you noticed the spiders flying through the air here in Texas?
Yeah,
our booth is like covered in spider webs. That's a whole separate thing that I'm uncomfortable with. Okay, Mike Babcock.
I don't know what to say. I'm laughing.
Is it supposed to sound like that? Like, I don't even know, dude.
I mean,
it's working.
it is working.
But, like, I don't know. Is that right?
That's just the one thing that's funny about aviation to me is you go to like an air show, and if they talk about the stats of the airplanes, they have this ridiculously low number of horses under the hood.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, there's only 180 horsepower in that. My car has like 7 more than that. Like,
yeah. When I was learning in the J3, it's like, 65 horsepower. Like my Ford Fiesta had more than that.
Yeah.
Like double.
Yeah. Like everyone was like, get a champ, get 100 horse champ, and I'm like, what?
Okay,
Just
Brian
100?
Steck in the MOAC, in high strung, hanging it out, throttle.
Ooh, yeah.
That looked good over the line to me. Oh, he must be real close if Lexi doesn't know. And he's stopping right in front of the judges. Look at it, they're like a little audience.
Yeah.
Like, you will all be stopping here.
Face me.
Oh, can't breathe.
Yeah, I know.
Here comes Pat McIntyre in the Badlands Traveler.
Yeah, just enough power. All right, good over the
Well
line.
done. And look at that, right in the same zone. We've been talking a lot about the other two right now, but Pat's not out of the fight either for tomorrow. Right now, actually, in combined scores, you've got 1, 2, 3. Brian Steck out in front with a combined score of 111. Pat McIntyre just hopped down in front of Mike Babcock for second place of practice. Mike Babcock helicoptering in right there. Pat McIntyre with 128. Babcock right behind him with 133. Dude, he is working that thing.
Don't scratch.
Yeah, not going to be enough there. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm all right. I should.
I'm cool.
I should probably talk about our friends at iFly EFB. Just to calm down for a minute. So iFly EFB is the complete EFB app for Android, iOS, and Windows. It has all the advanced features pilots want and the most intuitive flight planning and navigation solution on the market. The iFly EFB team brings together the perfect balance of technology and real-world flight experience. You should fly your freedom. It's different up here. Our friends at iFly EFB are going to be here on Saturday, so if you see them, make sure you say hello to them. They're offering 3 prize packs that are 1-year subscriptions at each event throughout the year. So they've been supporting us all year. We really appreciate that. The other thing you noticed, these adventure class pilots were really putting a lot of punishing work on their tail wheels. If you're fed up with tail wheel shimmy, looking for a sleeker design with the added security of a locking tail wheel, they're proudly made in America. Tundra tail wheels. They deliver exactly what you need. You can join the ranks of countless STOL champions who trust Tundra tail wheels. Their products are now compatible with Leaf Springs, T3, Acme Aero, and TK1 suspensions. You can upgrade your aircraft today at tundratailwheel.com. And then also I want to talk about our friends at Orca. You know all about our friends at Orca, Cam.
Yes.
Created to help you achieve your aviation goals, connect with community, and discover training opportunities. You can also even use the app to share your journey. I think you're sharing your journey in the ad. Like they pulled some of your activity when they made the ad. So great little app you can use, finding trusted instructors, celebrating your journey with familia and friends. Help keep your aviation fire burning strong. That's part of it, right? Is sharing what you're doing and getting that encouragement, because aviation isn't always easy.
No.
And you need a little boost from your family sometimes on it.
You do. You need to hear from people who like are your aviation heroes. Like they were in your shoes. Like they were scared to make radio calls. They were scared to turn in a pattern. They were scared of crosswinds and fighting their personal minimums. Like everyone was there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Some information coming into the booth right now. One of the really exciting things about Babcock's engine is at Rocky Mountain STOL, the engine techs were tuning the Babcock engine. They were tuning his engine on the fly.
Yeah.
So they could be tuning it on the fly today, and that is... So let's ask them.
Yeah, I mean...
Engine techs, what is this supposed to sound like? Like, I don't know. I don't know a lot about engines outside of like our standard Lycomings and Continentals and Rotaxes, right? Like this is new ground for me, and I'm excited to learn more about it. Okay, next up, right in front of us, it's time for sport class.
Yeah.
Sport class practice. Look at all these
spider webs on.
It's a lot of spider webs.
Yeah.
It's like a No Doubt song up in here. So it's Halloween, yeah.
It is Halloween, yeah.
We got the STOL Queen from Sun and Fun walking by the booth right now, Anitra Goddard. Go check out her the Sun and Fun mobile.
The fun van.
The fun van, Sun and Fun van.
Ah.
You can learn more about Sun and Fun and all the great stuff they're doing there. Go check her out while you're here this weekend. So
Yeah.
we've got right now in practice, this is really cool. We've got 3 just aircraft.
We do.
So we've got Tony Sanchez up front, number 75. That is a 2014 Just Aircraft Super STOL. Behind him, Dave Curley in Grasshopper. Grasshopper is a 2016 Just Aircraft Highlander. And then behind him, Eddie Sanchez in a 2023 Just Aircraft Highlander. And look at these. So these are, you can tell by the gear, right, that these are like purpose-built STOL airplanes.
Yep.
They sit tall and proud. But they are all exceptional at flying slow. You see a lot of the same things that you've seen in other aircraft in practice today. You've got the slats on the front of Eddie's. Dave Curley's at the line now.
Yeah, with the supercharged 912, I believe. He's got a nice little cowling bump on the left side of the airplane for that supercharger.
He got pivoted into the wind there. So, yeah, Dave Curley's running a Rotax 912 with a supercharger and some fuel injection for 150 horsepower.
Yeah.
Eddie Sanchez, check out the engine on the front of his. It's at its core the same of what is being run on Mike Babcock's airplane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just tuned differently. It's another 998T. It's a Sidewinder turbo. His is making 270 horsepower.
Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah, you can see that he was pulling.
Now, we saw Brian Steck dragging it in on the tail last round, and I got real excited. The guy that's got the most reputation for doing that in his just aircraft is Eddie Sanchez. The Sanchez tail drag.
Yeah, drag it in for 75 feet. Why don't you?
I mean, we've seen that.
Yeah.
This season.
Yep. A few
Eddie
times.
Sanchez doing, we call that hot boy stuff.
Hot boy stuff.
Okay, so check it out. We're going to see what these airplanes can do. Tony Sanchez, it's been a while since we've seen him on the circuit. I think the last time I saw him was Swamp STOL. Has it really been the beginning and the end? Is he bookending it?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think you're right.
And
I saw my birds, but that's not here.
he loves the high alpha approach.
Oh, yeah.
Shows the belly. Ooh, the Sanchez tail drag a little bit. Good over the line for Tony Sanchez. Dude, we are amping this stuff up, and it is just practice.
Tony getting love from his sister-in-law. The devil girl herself.
So Tony's on the ground. That means that Dave Curley's up next. 10 less horsepower, but lighter empty weight between Dave and Tony. So Dave's airplane a little bit less horsepower and a little bit less weight. Here he is now coming in. Oh, revved it up, but it wasn't enough.
Got the struts lit up, flashing green and red, and on the landing gear as well on David Curley's aircraft.
That means Eddie Sanchez is up next. Check him out there on approach. So he's got, I mean, think about the difference in performance here. He's got over 100 more horsepower than any of the other competitors in his class. 29-inch bush wheels. He's got the carbon concept slats on the front. Again, flying that just aircraft Highlander. Same basic airplane, all three of them. It's just what you bolt on the front.
Yeah.
Really. And who sits in the seat. Here we go. Eddie Sanchez. Tail low.
Yeah.
Good over the line. Woo. Nicely done. Let's check the scores here. Tony Sanchez, best score, 146 combined so far in that first run. Out in front of him, his brother, Eddie, with a combined score of 124. Dave Curley competitive with them in terms of footage, but a scratch, so the run doesn't count. Not yet here today is Matt Dorsum. And Matt Dorsum kind of cleaned up on season points on the East Coast this year. Another really short one in that Highlander. Sorry, that Super Stol.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just
it is
Aircraft Super Stol.
It is just Super Stol.
So Matt Dorsum, in terms of season points, he's not flying right now, but he's out in front of the season standings with 120 points. Eddie Sanchez, 100 points, and Jeff Fallon and Little Rabbit in third place with 53. Just letting it crab into the wind there, no big. That is what you would do. That's literally a spider floating in front of us. It is Halloween. Do you see that thing?
Oh, yeah, I see it.
That is. How do you do with spiders, Cam? Are you okay?
I'm okay.
I'm not like a super big fan of them, but it's like pretty little.
The larger they are, yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay, I'm going to move back to Eddie Sanchez. Your tail up. Ooh, he's giving it the gusto.
Yes.
Sherry is happy with that. His crew chief and partner in life. Very happy. She's dancing over there in the VIP tent.
Yeah, she was hanging out in the booth with us for a little bit. Looking at this Mooney taxi by us.
Yeah, that's a nice paint job on that thing.
Yeah.
So, Dave Curley in 6th place overall in the season standings with 48 points. But if he has a solid top 3, he could be up in the podium range for sport class. Tony Sanchez all the way down in 14th. Maybe not some national stuff going on for him, but definitely look at him fly. I mean, the dude is a pilot.
Yeah.
Sure. A little bit short on that one with a scratch for him. Fifth overall in practice, actually. Dave Curley on the left. So up next in practice, after the sport class competes, we're going to shift over to Unlimited. You're going to see the Unlimited competitors fly. Frank Knapp, who's going to be competing in the adventure class, is also going to fly with them because his aircraft is mended and ready to go.
Awesome.
Then, I believe, time allowing, we may have other pilots who've arrived late today practicing as well. Woo, yeah. Dave Curley.
Ooh.
That was style points for sure. Well met, fair traveler. It was really good.
All right. Eddie Sanchez on approach. See him working that elevator, modulating the throttle.
Oh, he's holding it
Oh,
up.
yeah,
Look at that
resting
shadow.
nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
oh, there we go. Tail
There we
strike.
go.
Love it. Well done, Eddie Sanchez. He really flew it like he stole it. Yeah, buddy.
There you go.
It's kind of cool. You don't often get 3 airplanes from the same company all flying at the same time. the Just Aircraft Company is based out of South Carolina. And they got 4 different models. You're seeing 2 of them right here. You've got the Super STOL and the Highlander right here flying. They've also got like a XL version of the Super STOL and an airplane called the Escapade.
Yeah. So Eddie Sanchez has the XL. It's just a longer fuselage. Now the Super STOL, is that just, or is that going to be Stolen Aircraft? Our friends Chris and Debbie.
That's just Aircraft Super STOL.
Okay.
Here comes Dave Curley.
He's on the go.
And then Eddie Sanchez again. I do like the lines of the longer fuselage on it.
Yeah, yeah.
He certainly works it from an angle of attack perspective. Just afterburning into the sky there. Does he have JATO rockets on that thing? Oh, Ryan Melendez finally stopped practicing. There you go. He's just finally coming in after 2 hours of burning and turning over there.
Now back around.
Maybe that could be the next. Do you think that could be the next Just Aircraft model? The afterburner.
The afterburner.
The Just Aircraft did the Just Afterburner. I feel like that would be dope. You can have that one if you're listening. Just Aircraft, you could have that. The Just Afterburner. Okay, here we go. Tony Sanchez. We used to call him like the belly pod because he always wanted to show the belly of the plane off because he likes this high alpha approach. And he's certainly showing the belly off right now. Can't even see over the nose. Plopping it in. The gear just absorbed it. That's like quintessential Just Aircraft, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Big old shocks. So he's in. Let's see where his scores are coming. Tony Sanchez 6th for practice. That last one was a combined score of 164, but 146 was his best, his first run. I think we had a little more wind then.
Just a little bit. Yep.
Dave Curley in 5th overall in practice right now with a combined score of 133. That last takeoff, 72 feet. Everything is sub 100 now. Whoa. Short for Dave Curley. So that is going to be a bummer for him here in practice. Check this out, too. We didn't give a lot of attention to it, but Mike Babcock and Brian Steck, right? We were very excited about their sub 50-foot takeoffs, but someone else has been sub 50-footing it, and that's this guy. Eddie Sanchez has had 2 45-foot takeoffs in practice today. That's bonkers. That doesn't even seem real. I'm guessing that Tony's heading home or going to do some more practice now that he got his 3rd run done. More practice is what we're hearing on the radio. Eddie Sanchez in the sunset.
Yes.
I mean, look at those numbers. We're sub 50 at 45-foot takeoff and just waiting for the number to come in. A 64-foot landing. That's going to put Eddie Sanchez up in front. First place in practice. Oh, corrected. It got corrected because it was a scratch.
Oh, so it was a scratch. No.
Dang.
Oh.
That was bonkers.
Well,
Absolutely bonkers.
Tomorrow, what you can look for, another difference in all these aircraft that just Super STOL, so Tony's airplane, the slats move laterally. They move along the edge of the leading edge, like sideways, not up and down or
Oh, they
out.
like pop out.
Yeah, they just slide. Like you'll see them. Like if you look at it from the back, it looks like his wingtips are elongating. Like it's a very weird design. It's very cool. But yeah, they just slide sideways.
I got to check it out in the pits. I haven't looked that closely. I know that's been a lot of early days National STOL, like 5 years ago. A lot of the planes had those like retracting slats, right? That would based on air pressure, they would pop in or out. And some of the manufacturers had issues with them in terms of incomplete deploying. Right?
Yeah.
Like they would pop out on one wing or not the other. Now you've got asymmetrical lift that you're kind of fighting against. The other side of it, though, is a plane that we're going to see, I think, this weekend. Mike Busnitz is flying a Zlin Norden. That actually has slats that are electrically actuated. He can actually not only deploy them, but deploy them a certain percentage.
Yeah,
if
that's
he wants
so
to,
cool.
using it looks like a trim switch on the stick.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Slats 10.
Exactly. Slats 10, flaps 20.
Yeah.
Is that the right combo? Let's do some math.
Yes.
Okay. Check this plane out. We haven't seen this guy in the circuit in a little bit.
Oh,
Justin Metters. So, Justin Metters also flying a Just Super STOL. That airplane, very unique because Justin has to fly it with hand controls.
Yes.
Garrettson.
Oh, yeah.
Flying Pat McIntyre's Badlands Traveler. Now Frank Knapp. This is also a Legend aircraft. It's a Super Legend. Floating it off. That guy, I mean, he just knows how to work the controls of an airplane. Currently the world record holder.
Yeah.
For shortest takeoff and landing.
Yeah, knows exactly what to do competing in the Valdez competitions.
This guy has been hot on his tail, though, for the world record, and I think we thought it might happen this year. It was close a few times.
Very close.
Dan Reynolds in the Chinook.
Ooh.
We're not even in, we're on the moon now in terms of gravity and how it works with the unlimited class. So let's check out some scores over here. Waiting for the scores to come in while we go on the pattern. These airplanes traditionally fly a little bit slower. I want to talk about our friends over at ICOM. The radio people, right? You know them. You got radio. You got an ICOM radio right here on the desk.
Sitting on the desk.
Yeah. So ICOM radios, they provide us with new radios. We had this trailer fire. You know a little bit about that, Cam.
Just a little bit.
We had this trailer fire earlier in the season and lost everything. Right, and the folks at ICOM provided new radios right away so we can effectively communicate at our events. Line judges are also, of course, wearing the high visibility yellow shirts from ICOM. We thank them for that. So just a big amount of support from some folks that came to help, like all of the sponsors did. When we had our time of need there, and we really appreciate that. But the folks at ICOM, again, providing those new radios, really appreciate it. Here is Justin Metters, locked in. It's like it's on rails. A little bit of power, not quite enough for that first run. The other thing about this plane, I remember when he was building it, I feel like he built it, it wasn't a week. But it was fast.
It was very quick.
It was like he was like, I'm gonna build it, and then it was like built. Like he just cranked on it. You've heard Justin's name before if you follow air racing.
Yeah. He's a champion.
In the formula class, right?
Yeah.
So guy likes to go real fast, and now he's going real slow. Speaking of real slow, look at that.
Jared Garrettson making the Badlands Traveler just float. Ooh, scratch.
But look at that number, because he was close, right? It wasn't like a huge scratch. So that was like a 50-foot. It's like a 50-foot landing.
Yeah.
We just talk about like what to expect for tomorrow.
Frank Knapp. Ultra slow as well. Modulating the throttle. Good over the line.
Wow, did you see how much it settled? It just settled down on the gear there. That was really great watching Frank fly. He and his wife coordinate his wife Chris, they coordinate the STOL demo at EA's AirVenture.
Yep.
I had the pleasure of working with them at that for the last couple of years. It's such a great thing they put on there. And
yeah, you and Anitra announced it this year.
That was great. Yeah, me and the STOL Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And look at this. Look at this joker over here on the left. Dan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Dan Reynolds competitively, I don't know how else to say it. It's like he becomes lethal. Just incredibly. All he needs is a little wind, and he goes from being like someone who you have to look out for to being the only potential person to win.
Yeah.
And this is what I mean. Like, look at this. Like, a little bit of wind is all he needs.
Ooh. Good.
Good
Called
over
by
the
Lexi.
line.
All right.
And that's sub 50 feet.
Yeah.
In the right amount of wind, we've seen him land shorter than his airplane is long. Not to make it like a riddle, but he's landed and stopped in 10 feet. and that's where National STOL gets silly, right?
Yeah,
You've got him landing and stopping in 10 feet, but then on the takeoff side, I think the shortest I've seen at National STOL was Steve Henry taking off in 6 feet.
Yeah.
At Outlaw STOL in Arizona a few years back. So this is where things just get a little silly. The other place it's a little silly is in the season standings right now. Dan Reynolds defending first place with 127 points. Jared Garrettson in second. The dark horse, right? Coming after him with 119. Pat McIntyre actually in fourth. Hal Stockman, who's not going to be here, third place with 90. Here's Justin Metters. Whoa, it sounded a little angrier that time.
Oh, man. That was really short, too.
That sounded like an A10.
Yeah, it did have a little Burt buzz to it.
Bird. Jerry Garrettson off as well. Dudes, I don't know if we got to give a little bit of credit to Justin Metters here. That was a 34-foot takeoff for Justin Metters. That is going to be the shortest of practice today. Wow.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Super bonkers.
Super bonks. Okay, here we go. Frank Knapp. Just floating it off. His best takeoff so far. Again, he's not competing against these unlimited planes. He's going to be competing in the adventure class, I believe. That was an 86-foot takeoff. Now, Dan Reynolds' last takeoff was 53 feet. Okay, I think we may be best at 53, but it's certainly no 34.
Jeez.
So if you're fighting against 45 feet for Dan Reynolds, if you're fighting against Justin Metters as Dan Reynolds, where you have to take him is on the landing.
Yeah. You got to. I mean, yeah, that, and you can hear it. You can hear how, like, his engine doesn't sound fire-breathy craziness, and he just leaps off the ground nonchalantly, pulls the power back, in fact.
So Justin Metters has, let me find the horsepower here. He's got a Sidewinder on the front end at 300-plus horsepower. Compare that to Dan Reynolds' Rotax 670.
Yeah.
Just a different, it's just a little different.
Just a little different. I mean, engine doesn't sound like it's doing anything.
Here comes Justin Metters. Now, the last run was a scratch.
Ooh, so close. But it is a scratch.
I mean, he's got it dialed in. He just needs to give it like a foot further.
Mm-hmm.
I like the flare. It's just like those shiny,
yeah.
shiny bits.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the other thing, I mean, the sun is certainly providing some challenges for us in the booth right now. We're just getting blasted. It's hard to see. I got to imagine that it's going to be harder and harder to see where the lines are as the sun goes down now. Little bit of power. Good.
Yeah. Gave up about 20 feet. So it could have been even shorter.
Don't forget, folks, nationalstol.com/vote.
Yeah.
You got a lot of great pilots to vote for from today in practice alone. Some great stories here, some great pilots, some lessons of perseverance, overcoming
adversity, the wind.
The wind. Speaking of the wind, look at Frank Knapp right now.
Yeah. And I mean, it is.
Where's that radar gun?
I know. It's probably 2. It flashed 22 for a second.
I mean, I would believe 22 over the ground.
I would believe that.
Holy moly. So that's, I mean, that's a little bit, in that Legend aircraft, just a little over 50 feet. Dan Reynolds now with a 45-foot takeoff. Metters just got to seal the deal on the landing. He could take the whole thing.
Yeah.
34-foot takeoff. Where was Babcock? Was at 47. The only ones shorter than Babcock were Sanchez, Metters, and Eddie. Eddie Sanchez, Justin Metters, and Dan Reynolds. And Dan Reynolds, I might believe that 18 miles an hour over the ground, maybe on the radar detector. I believe that. Just
I couldn't get him on the radar detector until
that's sub 50 feet. And here's the thing: we know Dan Reynolds does not show all his cards during practice. There's always a little extra juice the next day.
Yep.
We got one more run. Of the Unlimited Class practice here at Lonestar STOL 2025. We're in Sulphur Springs, Texas. Lonestar STOL is tomorrow, and the National Championships, all the marbles, folks, decided on Saturday.
Ooh.
They're pointing very short.
Yeah.
Or should I say bonkers? Bonkers! I can't even, like, it's not even real to me anymore. I'm, like, numb.
Yeah, we're slowly getting desensitized. Garrettson pulling back on the stick.
Felt like a little early for Jared on that one.
Just a bit, just a bit. Yeah, this wind is pretty much nil.
Yeah, they've lost the wind. That is always the case with Unlimited too. They always go at the end because they're the most fire-breathing class typically. Sometimes sport class gets a little more fire-breathing. Sometimes adventure gets a little more fire-breathing. Frank Knapp.
World record holder. Woo!
That Metters takeoff. That might be worth a scrub back in the YouTube thing to see where it was. Here's Dan Reynolds. Yeah, we've lost the wind. We just don't have what we need to get these short. It's like in the last run, it's dropped out from them.
Yeah.
So they're going to come around the pattern once more, and we're going to see where things set up for tomorrow. Right now, Dan Reynolds holding his own. 92 feet combined. Justin Metters, I think, has a shot at him. Like, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, he's beating him by like 20 to 30 feet on the takeoff. We just need to see what Justin's capable of on the landing. He's coming in now. Last takeoff was actually 25 feet. Good over the line. Get heavy on those brakes.
Yeah.
That's it. Nice. So video review, Justin's takeoff was 25 feet. That is absolutely jaw-dropping. That's half an F-14 Tomcat. So he is going to be now in second overall with 102. Frank Knapp. No, Jared Garrettson. I can't see the planes anymore. They're just shadows. Here we go. Touching down, landing, stopping just beyond 50 feet for Jared Garrettson. And look into the cockpit as Justin taxis by. Because his hands are busy in there because he's got all hand controls to fly that airplane, and it's just like fascinating engineering that he did in there. Next up, low and to your left, Frank Knapp now. Low over the grass. In the Legend. Holding it off, holding it off.
Ooh, chop the throttle.
Ooh, looks good over the line. Stops right around 75 feet, maybe just beyond 75 feet for Frank Knapp on that one. And if you compare that to the other adventure class competitors, that's pretty competitive. And with that, yep, Justin Metters is going to be number 2 behind Dan with a combined score of 102. Dan is coming in at 92 feet combined, so just 10 short feet. And look at this. I don't know if I can even believe that Tanner's here with the radar detector. We just had a reading of 11 miles an hour over the ground by Dan. I don't know if that is... I don't know if that's real, but it could be real.
It seemed like it. Seemed like it was about 20.
20?
It was
20 miles over the ground?
It read 20 for. Sorry, it read 11 for a little bit, but I think it was about 20.
All right. Someone call the police. Excessive reverse speeding charge needed here. So that last one for Dan Reynolds came in at 113 combined. So his best total score of practice, 92. And if you look at the spread, I mean, Justin Metters in second place, third place overall in practice, Brian Steck. Fourth place is going to go to Eddie Sanchez. I wish we should give out little practice trophies. Fourth place for Eddie Sanchez. And let's dip back. Just curious where fifth is. Jared Garrettson. Pat McIntyre 6, Mike Babcock 7. So, I mean, between Adventure and Unlimited and Sport, you have the top 7 scores of the day.
Yeah,
that is pretty incredible, especially spread out over all the different kinds of wind that we've had here. So, what an incredible day. We may have more practice to go. There might be a couple people left flying. We'll wait and see. But while we get ready for that, folks, I got to give you a little bit of a schedule update. So tomorrow, Friday, Halloween, bring your be ready to get spooky with us. We've got Lonestar STOL. The competition is going to happen. Practice session number 2 starts at 9 a.m. and the Lonestar STOL competition is at 1 p.m. tomorrow. So tune in for those, 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. By the way, if you're in the area, if you're in Sulphur Springs, from 5:30 after competition for Lonestar STOL, we're going to have airplane trunk or treat and a pilot meet and greet. So that's a thing you can come check out. So come check us out there at after the show here in Lonestar. And then Saturday, folks, I want to make sure that you are ready for this. 10:30 a.m., the national finals will begin. So that's 10:30 a.m. on Saturday, November 1st, 10:30 a.m. Central Time for the national finals. The finalists that will progress on to the nationals will be announced at the awards dinner for Lonestar STOL on Halloween. So just watch nationalstol.com for that information. But the big thing, if you're keeping up with this weekend, is make sure to come by, check out practice session number 2 here in Sulphur Springs, 9 a.m. And then Lonestar STOL, the competition, will be at 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Now, looks like we've got a bird dog hanging out with us. John McCardle has arrived. Oh, he's just running up. He's just doing a little run-up action. So he's going to be competing tomorrow with the big experimental big boys, the wilderness class. Tons of horsepower in this airplane as well. It is super huge. Mowing the lawn a little bit, and he's going to be off sub 125. That's another absolutely huge airplane. Nice to see him get a little practice in today. So this airplane here, John McCardle from Omaha, Nebraska, he's running 400 horsepower on an airplane that weighs 1,607 pounds. And Jerry Garrettson, if I'm not mistaken, going to be pulling up in the Backcountry Super Cub Boss to get a little practice in that plane too. Jared shared with me a couple events ago that he has a goal of in the 2026 season to compete in every class during one event. Like
I believe
during
it.
one event, he wants to fly an airplane in every single class all the way through. I wonder if that includes Vintage Cub. Like, is he going to go like that deep? Is he going to go all the way to Vintage Cub as well? So we're going to see him fly the Backcountry Super Cub Boss now. 330 horsepower. And that's a testament to pilot proficiency, if I'm honest, because me personally, I don't know if I could. I guess I have. I was about to say, I don't know if I've ever switched airplanes that fast. He was just flying Pat McIntyre's Badlands Traveler, right? Now he's up here flying this, but I've done that. I'm in 2 in 1. Have you ever done 2 in 1 day? I did a Piper Cherokee and a J3 Cub, and they're very different airplanes.
I've done 2 Champs in one day and maybe a Tailorcraft and a Champ in a day.
Okay.
But not super drastic.
They're it's just so different.
Yeah.
Like, here comes John McCardle in the Bird Dog, just flying past our Air Boss tent in just a second here. By the way, our Air Bosses, I got to give some credit where credit's due. As you guys know, there's a whole thing going on in Washington right now. We're not going to talk politics, but we are going to talk about the air traffic controllers that are still working to keep our skies safe, and I just want to give a shout-out to them. Well short for John McCardle there. So big shout-out to all the air traffic controllers working right now without pay to keep our skies safe while the politicians work out their stuff. That takes a lot, and it's appreciated.
Yeah.
It's just so appreciated by all of us in this aviation community. So thank you. If you're listening, if you're an ATC person and you're listening right now, just know that we value and we appreciate you very much.
Yeah, most of our production crew flew in this weekend, so, I mean, they had to deal with that. And, you know, they didn't really have to deal with anything. They made it.
No, I had 0 issues, right? And that's a real testament to the professionalism of that community, right?
Yes. Jared Garrettson just dragging the boss in. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, I keep calling him a kid because to me he's a kid. Like, he's much younger than me. But, like, that man, he's a full-grown adult man. That man is such a good stick.
Yeah, he is flying.
Flying with a capital G.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Brandon Korn watching Jared Garrettson fly his airplane.
But, you know, respect, because, like, I mean, you got to like the guy if you lend him his your airplane, right?
Yeah.
But he, like, Jared gave it a little goose with throttle, and Brandon's like, yep, that's pretty cool. Dude, the sun is getting low in the sky here in Sulphur Springs. Look at this beautiful footage.
Yes.
Golden hour with the golden plane. There it goes. I guess it's technically copper, but whatever.
It's golden test right now and golden hour.
There goes John McCardle.
Like in these reverse, the back side of the prop arts from the sun.
Yeah,
you can see.
That's cool. If you want it to be cinema, backlighted. Okay, here we go. Cam just got attacked by a spider.
Yeah, very much so.
Floating spiders of Texas. Why do you guys live here? Like, it's like spiders in the air? Very Halloween-y. Okay, so that... Mike Babcock's been goofing around. He's back, taxiing back. People are fired up for this weekend here in Sulphur Springs, and if you can't tell, I am also fired up.
Yeah. We need a campfire next to us because it's starting to get chilly now.
It is a little chilly. I'm very,
Yeah.
you know, you've got the National STOL sweatshirt on.
Yes.
And that looks awesome. I have the National STOL Flight Outfitters kind of custom jacket.
Yeah.
That's
looks warm.
another. It's hard to. Oh, see, now it's dark in here. But you can see here, you get it customized with your name. That's still a thing you can get at Flight Outfitters. So go check that out. It supports National STOL as well.
Yeah.
So it's just a way to show your pride. If you want to be part of the team, we'd love to have you. But yeah, the new sweatshirts, I think I might have to pick one of those up.
Yeah, we got some good-looking garments, man. Like, stuff is just...
Got the GLGs.
Yes, the GLGs.
GLGs, we got to give some GLGs to the BEBs.
Yeah, BEBs.
Pilots like acronyms, guys. Okay, here comes John McCardle. Ooh, scratch.
Dang.
Blomp, blomp. That's a bummer. And right now, we're in the zone of sunset where I think if I was flying on the grass, my airport that I fly out of has a grass runway on a towered field, actually. It's pretty great. We're in the point now where they would start telling me that the landing was at my own risk because it's harder to see detail at this point. So a lot of credit to the pilots here landing. We don't legally need lights yet, but we're just in that place where it's harder to tell where the line is. And look at this. That tail has been drugged for 100 feet. 125-foot tail drag, Jared Garrettson. What will we see next today? I don't even know. Freaking out.
Freaking out.
Bonkers.
Bibs.
Bibs. Bonker Bebs. Dude, I don't even know. It's insane. I hope if you're watching right now that you've been following us all season and that you have enjoyed this season as much as I have. And we are gearing up, no pun intended, for what will no doubt be the dramatic conclusion of such an amazing year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there have been some ups and some downs. There's been some adversity. I keep thinking about Jody Card, right? Breaking his ear leg, saying checkers or wreckers, right? We've had some checkers or wreckers moments here in National STOL. But what a weekend it's going to be to wrap it all up. Tie it in a nice big bow for you at home. I'm feeling it. Feeling the Aviation Sky Fam love right now.
Oh, yeah.
Take a look at the scores here in practice right now. Heading over to our friend. Oh, it's a big spreadsheet. Hold on with me here. Jared Garrettson's best takeoff in the 2024 Backcountry Super Cub Boss was 98 feet. So he's edging out the scores from Brandon Corn just a little bit in the same plane, just by looks like he's got the best score so far of 190, so just a little bit shorter than Brandon did, but totally different conditions. It's not apples to apples at this point. And then John McCardle, Scratchalactica going on for him. 2 out of 3 so far, but he has a 113-foot takeoff. And we're about to see what he's made of in practice here as he comes in on short final. And another scratch. Ooh. I think it's got to just be the visibility for him. Like, this is not what you'd have during competition. You'd have, like, sun or overcast, right? So triple scratch, I don't know if it's anything to be ashamed of when you come in and are able to just get practice in right before sunset. I don't know if I would take that to heart too much. Normally you would have, high noon or afternoon sun for competition. Like tomorrow he'll be competing around 2 p.m.
Yep, and then he's going to have a lot more wind probably. I mean, the earth will have been warmed up.
Yeah, no, this is why the ultralights go for flights. Look at Jerry Garrettson now. Still, let's see if he can do, is he going to do another tail drag? There it is. Tails touching down, holding it off. Good over the line. Hashtag style points. Woo. Catching the 3-wire. Or something. So that is going to be the third and final run of practice for these two gentlemen. And that is going to be the end of practice here for National STOL's Lonestar STOL 2025. Cam, any last thoughts before we wrap it up for the night?
This is not the last practice technically, but it's, I mean, are we televising practice tomorrow? I don't think we are, right? It's early morning. We are.
Yeah, we are.
All right. So, yeah, it's not the very last practice, but it's the next to the last practice.
Yep.
And I'm trying not to get sad.
Yeah, a little bittersweet, right? But it's going to be a really, really cool day tomorrow. So, again, folks, practice tomorrow, 9 a.m. We'll be televising that. Tune in, same bat time, same bat channel. Yeah. So 9 a.m. tomorrow for practice, and then we'll have a short break after practice and then head into the Lonestar competition at 1 p.m. and then continue to hold your schedule open because Saturday is going to be where it all wraps up for the 2025 season. So we are going to go get warmed up. It's cold. I can almost see my breath now here in Texas. But we hope you've had a great time watching with us. Big thanks to everyone that made practice possible today. We hope you tune in tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Cam, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.